Joey, we'd like you to do that again and enunciate do you. Do you. It's coming out Dia. Dia want to dance. It's not going to work on a record. Hey, it's the Bennington Show. Already Thursday. Ron Bennington. Gail Bennington.
Yo.
And I'm Ron Bennington. This is a cover week, huh? This is what we're doing?
It's under the covers.
Not covered up.
Covered up. That sounds less fun. Fully covered head to toe.
All those work for me, to tell you the truth. I'll buy that album right now. But, you know, I'm always on the lookout. Big Jay Okerson, who is a young comedian that comes to us out of New York City, is doing the goddamn Comedy Jam again. And he was asking and I'm saying all of us and the listeners, what could be like a big rock anthem that I do? And I said, oh, well, come on the show. We'll put it out there. We'll put it in the fucking zeitgeist, you know? Let it go into the ether.
Let's see what happens.
Because what was the song that he did last time?
He did, it's the saxophone song.
Baker's Street. Yeah, Baker Street. I was going to say Baker's Dozen, which is a fun song, but not exactly one that's going to...
It's not as easy to sing along with, and to be honest, the saxophone is kind of at the forefront.
The saxophone is the lead singer of that song, the redundant saxophone.
And people were singing along to the saxophone part.
So that'll be fun. Kurt Metzger also asked me for a song, but I immediately gave him I'm Sorry. And just said, go out there, sing I'm Sorry until everything leaves.
It says everything you need.
I'm sorry.
So sorry.
That's pretty good. You ought to sing that.
I hope I'll be on.
Let's hope. Now, by the way, Kurt Metzger, I guess if you know him, it's hilarious. And if you don't, it's not so hilarious. But he's immediately caught up in this. It happens to friends of ours from time to time that they find themselves in a Twitter lynch mob. And you find out the people that we like best, America doesn't necessarily. It just seems like I see friends of mine constantly under some kind of attack. And then they go, you're not on Twitter. I go, no, I'm not. I say a lot of stupid, inappropriate things. Rather have them done in
Well, that's how they get you.
Yeah, they get you that way.
Which is funny if you stick to any other platform you have, whether it's your radio show or if it's on stage, you have a better shot of not creating a controversy. But if there's something that people can copy and paste,
you cannot get context on Twitter. And Metzger was basically, hey, I don't know this dude, but you're lynching a guy that doesn't even have charges against him. I think we all agree with that. We also agree rape, bad, assault, bad. We agree with both those. I think that's an American point of view of both of those things.
Yeah, and I can tell you that is Kurt's position.
It is.
As a human woman who knows him, I don't think that he is a danger to society.
I'm going to also bring this up. I don't think you needed to add human to that. I think you just said it as a woman who knows him.
Well, if I was some sort of an animal, female, maybe you wouldn't be listening. I don't know.
And I found out that your mom has a blood type that people say is either reptilian or angelic. There's a controversy online about it.
Now, does it matter the positive or negative, or is it just her? Because I think we have the same letter.
Well, I am. You'll have to check with her because I am an expert on blood types. I do a lot of blood work. I don't know if you've seen Dexter. That's my life. That's the one.
Well, you live by the blood type diet.
I just found that out this morning. I'm kind of queasy from it. My blood type diet is cheeseburger. But anyway, Metzger found himself in just a world of heat. And then, it got out there as the writer of the Amy Schumer show. And then for some reason, this all turned to Amy. And then Amy had to say, I wash my hands of Kurt. I disavow him. He is shunned by my crowd. And then Kurt said, I told her to say that. And then at some point, I think she said, well, we're not even doing the show anymore. And that became the story. And at no time is the alleged rapist anywhere in this.
No, he's hiding behind the curtain.
And again,
reaping all the benefits.
it can get weird because, somebody I know who knows, Metzger said, oh, your boy raped someone? I go, you're not reading all of it. Jesus. You're not reading it all. He didn't rape anyone.
That's the problem. A lot of this can't be worked out in 140 characters.
But that is an important thing to point out. Even if you're mad at Kurt, he is not a rapist, nor ever was accused of being one. And neither is Amy Schumer, and she doesn't house rapists. You've gotten carried away with your Twitter battle. Why you would become furious because Amy hasn't rushed to your side of fighting with Kurt. Why can't that be between you and Kurt? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that seems like...
Let him defend his own empire of Kurt.
I forgot that song. We got to play that today. So, then this is the thing that ties us into it. Kurt was one of our mentors / judges of Comedy 101, which we're going to play a sneak preview of on tomorrow's show. And I'm saying sneak preview. It's just as long as a normal show. The preview is. We went over by 40 minutes. And it's tough to say, okay, this is a show now. Because it's long. It's long, but now you're not going to believe this. So, and I was told this by a contestant, and then Shuley backed up the contestant. The big rant that started all the big heat, where he really went crazy, he was doing while on stage with us.
Shit.
He sat there. Why he's doing this? And he's telling people, you're the rapist, whatever that shit was. So literally, if you follow the timeline, he's doing a national radio show in front of a live audience at the world-famous Village Underground. And while that's happening, he's fighting with faceless Twitter people.
Holy shit.
I said this to Big J. I go, every single time that Kurt hit his bell and started in, I immediately thought, uh-oh, I don't know where this is going. He is a unique thinker, and that is another thing that doesn't get understood by the masses, but is very much understood by people in the world of comedy, whether they're producers or comedians or, writers.
You even just get a better sense of a person if you can look at them or if you're listening to their voice.
Right.
When you have taken a statement that is either meant to be funny or it's meant to be hyperbolic or, even if it's meant to be serious, you're just looking at this one thing.
It's text.
And yeah, you can
a text. You're right. Chris, wait. Go back. Say what you just said.
It's just text.
It's just text.
Yeah, that's yes.
You didn't explain that, Gail.
It was text, is what I'm saying. You're looking at text. It's simple text.
But I thought that Kurt, because I saw him just just slamming his big fingers into the phone, and then he told me at one point, I got another gig, because we ran over by 40 minutes, and I had to tell him on stage, oh, you can go. You know what I mean? Like, we're not the show. We're not the kind of show where you need to be here. It just doesn't matter that much. We're having fun with this. And then he canceled a gig. So I thought that's what all that text thing was about. Because he had a text either on or under the table the entire show. And this is what's happening now. I mean, people are never just in one conversation. They're in a couple. I mean, it's the fucking 90s, right?
True.
Seinfeld is number one. So that's the fucking deal, that while he's doing this, which, let's face it, a lot of people would be freaked out just knowing they're sitting on stage being stared at for an hour and 40 minutes, and every couple minutes they have to come up with at least one joke, if not 10. That wasn't enough to keep him fucking level. He also needed to fight with, and I'm going to guess, if I believe the reports, thousands of people who were angry at him for not getting a torch and a pitchfork and following them after this And I tell you the truth, to this day, I don't know who the fucking kid is or what happened. At the same time, though, I'll say this to Kurt. Club owners ban people all the fucking time. Club owners ban people for being rude to a waitress or giving the MC shit. It's not that unusual for any club to say, we don't want you here.
Right.
Particularly in New York City, where there are 1.5 million comedians at any time, for a club to go, dude, this, you're self-indulgent or you're rude or you're making this about yourself. So, I'm not that freaked out that I think 2 or 3 clubs said, we don't want you around. You make people feel uneasy. That happens.
Right. And there's so much to this story, just like people reacting quickly to, Kurt saying what he said. People also react to the story very quickly before hearing any context. For example, Barry Crimmins said one of the women came to him and had stated she had gone to the authorities. They said, look, I'm taking your information. It's word against word. We don't think that you have enough to build a case here. And so therefore she said she felt like, well, then maybe I should make these other people around me safe by letting people know.
I get that completely. Normally, things are much more complicated than you can explain in 122 characters. Look, you got this locked thing with these swimmers. Brazil is pissed. My immediate thing was the U.S. should have got those guys out of their boat, no matter what the fuck happened. Don't try to put them on a plane. Come on, Obama. Think, dude. You never saw a fucking James Bond movie? But apparently, if you're to believe some of this stuff, there are inconsistencies. And the people of Brazil believe now, they're saying these swimmers were out with some ladyboys. And the ladyboys may have taken their money.
Right.
Now, neither one of those things matter to me. You know what I mean? Like, the first story doesn't matter, nor does the second or the third story. But if you go on TV or the internet, we're all expected to have an opinion about this immediately, rather than nothing can play out these days. I did not know the Crimmins was in the middle of this.
Yeah, he was on yesterday on Race Wars talking to Kurt, and he also said, I know Kurt personally. I totally see where he's coming from. What he's speaking about is how scary it is when a group of people gather together and decide that, that they're just going to say this person's guilty without getting information.
Scary.
It's scary.
It's very scary.
And it's very scary when that happens. And it's scary that now it's happening to Kurt. And he totally was saying that he thinks that now the attention is on the wrong person.
Oh, it absolutely has nothing to do with Kurt. Maybe it does. I don't know. We were going to have a song.
Kurt Mesker's here today. Kurt's funny, and we feel Kurt Mesker is super swole. Kurt remembers everything.
Man, it sounds so sad after the Kurt.
I always thought it was kind of sad.
but now it feels really sad.
Now I feel like Kurt's living alone.
I'm really worried about his empire of Kurt.
Yeah. Anyway, all this goes away, blah, blah, blah. Although I think he had some gig canceled. I think it was Comedy Knockout, which, he should take as a good thing. But I'll tell you something else, an antisocial thing that's been going on around here, is Chris Stanley's picked up a new habit since he's quit smoking, and this is the tiny toothbrush with a Tic Tac in it.
Is it like a wisp
Yeah,
or
I think
something?
that's the Colgate Wisp.
Does it have the Tic Tac in it?
Yeah, it's like a tiny little gel of some sort of,
Well, it's not a gel if it's hard. A gel is...
No, it doesn't have a Tic Tac in it. It's basically like
but it's a hard thing, like a Tic Tac.
No, it's like a little brush that's flavored like toothpaste.
Right, but normally some of those have a little piece.
It's a flavor thing inside of it.
Oh,
It's
really?
Like,
yes,
So you
it looks
eat it.
like a fucking Tic Tac. Is what? No, you just keep brushing it on your teeth
Yeah.
It's basically like he's brushing his teeth with a lifesaver.
So yesterday, we're leaving the studio. We get
All fucked up.
into the elevator, and Chris pulls out this device that is essentially a tiny toothbrush and starts brushing his teeth open mouth.
Loudly.
So the sound is just echoing inches away from a woman, a strange woman, a woman who does not know us.
No.
From her head, and I can see her like looking behind her.
Really?
Because the sound is someone is brushing their teeth.
You know what was going on because you started laughing when we called your attention to it. And then I said, well, first of all, this is the thing that you don't know. That brush, it's not like he has a bunch of these. Someone gave that to him at the Comedy 101.
Yeah.
So he was on day 2 of brushing his teeth with the same little Tic Tac brush.
There was a little flavor left in that Tic Tac.
That Tic Tac was gone fucking Jump Street. That Tic Tac doesn't last.
Oh, God.
I don't see.
Wow, look at Bratton's on TV, our police commissioner, saying Trump scares the hell out of him. That's fucking hilarious. Only Giuliani likes Trump right now.
Yeah, he loves him.
Loves him.
Does Christie still love him?
Christie's got his own shit that he's been doing in Jersey. I don't know what it is exactly. Sandbagging something.
Yeah,
it's
storm related.
He looked on fucking TV and there was the Louisiana flood, so he just started driving around Wildwood thinking it was there. What the fuck is going on? Where's my comfortable sweatshirt?
He supported Trump because he thought he was talking about a storm wall. He was like, we're talking about a dam, right? This is what we're dealing with.
Well, we had to explain to him then the tide still can't come in if you put the fucking sandbags 400 yards into the ocean. I will make you Kurt. You're right. That is kind of a little sad song.
You should shoot a video for it in some sort of Kurt Metzger museum.
Now, here's the other thing. I just want to point this out. Where he got the tiny fucking brush from was the green room basket for Comedy 101.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And that's not for you. That's for the mentors.
Yeah, and that was for them to freshen up if needed.
I had to talk to the mentors and the open
You
mic
were
comics.
covered in sweat.
I was. It was.
You had almost a veto amount of sweat.
So I figured I need to compensate to make sure the breath didn't stink due to all this weird sweat.
The state of this tiny toothbrush, by the end of yesterday, when we were leaving, just the bristles were all over the place. The end was completely gnawed. The plastic toothpick tip was just gnawed. So disgusting, Chris. And then as I'm trying to talk to you, you're brushing your teeth. You're brushing your teeth.
I don't see why hygiene is bad for.
Look, I said this to you. I'm happy that you're not smoking. I'm glad for your health.
Thanks, Gail.
I appreciate your accomplishments. Why do you pick up more irritating habits than you had previously? I'll never know.
I have a criticism of the Colgate Wisp. That toothpick piece is a little flimsy. I was ripping through that thing, no problem.
Because it's not a toothpick thing, it's floss. You're basically looking at a piece of floss that goes through, not for something for you and the other greasers to chew on while you're checking out fucking drag races. These things are supposed to last after a meal, not 36 hours.
Yeah, you have the bite of a pit bull, too, because you're gnawing on everything. Everything that is a possession of yours is all chewed up.
Oral fixation, I guess. The cigarettes really help with that. But these
No,
wisps...
I understand that. I understand that completely, but there's no reason that you shouldn't have those for the appropriate time.
But you weren't gnawing on your cigarettes. Is there a way? Is there some sort of sane way for you to deal with this?
I don't think so, because I had toothpicks for a while, but then I ripped through those pretty quickly. But I figured the wisps are better because that fresh breath and some to chew on.
Look, I'm always glad in your hygiene advancements. I think it's great. You're moving in the right direction.
No one gets pissed when someone chews on a mint. That's for fucking making your breath.
Mint, you're not fucking brushing your teeth in front of people. Little flecks of food of eaten food were flying in that woman's hair.
Oh, sorry, lady. Sorry, NBC.
The only person on your side right now is Kurt Metzger.
He has a great song, so I'm in good company.
All right, somebody extreme. Let me get the name of this guy. Extreme something guy. Extreme internet guy or something. Sent us this thing. Someone put out an article. Extreme online guy. Saying that there's an article about harassing Kurt's chick.
So people are harassing her.
Well, there's
now?
an article somewhere that says Kurt Metzger's girlfriend, 5 fast facts you need to know. First of all, no one needs to know anything.
Yeah, what are these facts that they feel the need to give?
It has nothing to do with any of this.
You're right, Chris.
You know
Chris
what?
Sums it up. I love that.
I'm the voice of reason right now.
You're brushing away.
He's the truth, the light, and the way.
Someone wrote this to us, too. The same guy who's uncomfortable with people breastfeeding feels that it's okay to brush his teeth.
Bless you, whoever came up with this.
This involves me. I'm just trying to get the breath.
We all see it. The same uncomfortability that you feel.
Why what you're doing is not disgusting, but you find breastfeeding to be offensive to you?
It's not offensive. It's just
you can't not get a boner when you see
I don't
a baby.
get a hard on when I see. No.
First of all, the most he can get is a semi because he has blood pressure problems. You have blood pressure. When's the last time you fucking used it for anything other than pissing, dude? Because we are not seeing. You showed up at the prom stag. You know when I really knew that something was wrong?
When?
When you went as a single to Guns N' Roses.
I was fully expecting to finally get to meet her.
She had work that day. Sunday night, you know?
No.
You ripped this bit off from Fez. That's his fucking bit. I can't wait till you come out. I'll be right there with you. So proud of you, buddy.
We'll try again on a float.
You know what? This is your journey. Holy shit, that could be Big J's song.
Oh, yes.
Make me feel. Mad real. I hope he does that. I like his song list.
He's fucking typing away. What is it, Chris? Did the big boss upstairs say you had to send out some memos?
No. Bringing it mighty real.
Oh, okay. I thought that was going to be Vito's job.
Thought I'd jump on it.
Vito, what's this TV show that you're a buzz about? You're using your social media to talk about a new TV show? Saying you hope other people watch it?
Oh, The Get Down on Netflix is, yes. I'm so into this show. It's about the South Bronx in '77 and about like how rap music was invented back then. Jaden Smith is one of the stars of it. I got super into it over the weekend.
I've heard that it's really good.
Well, isn't it Baz Luhrmann doing it?
Yeah.
He directed the first episode that was like 90 minutes, and then he was a big part of the rest.
But so it's not his show.
No, he's involved in every episode.
Yeah, he's the creator. He's one of the creators.
So that's the fucking thing that I'm asking. So how many episodes are there?
There's 6-hour episodes. One of them's an hour and a half.
There's 6-hour episodes, and one of those is an hour and a half. All you have to say is there's 6 episodes, dude.
There's 6 episodes.
Now, he says it after 6 episodes.
There's 6, Ron.
Now, they're saying 100% that hip-hop and rap started in the Bronx and not in the Q Borough at all.
Yeah, they're saying that the start of rap was from the DJs that were in there. And
I understand, but there is a lot of people who said rap itself came from Chris's neighborhood.
Yeah, like Western Queens, where the same thing was happening.
Well, what is the name of that thing? Is you're just coming off? It's to the left when you're coming off the bridge.
Is it what, like 5 Points?
No. The other side, the left-hand side. There's
Queensboro Plaza.
I don't know what the name of that government housing is.
Queensbridge Projects.
Thank you. So there are people that argue that's where it started, and other people say it's the boogie down and all the gangs. This is what stopped a 40-year gang thing that was happening in the Bronx, because these kids just turned into DJs and they stopped fighting because they're like, we got to get those fuckers to come to our shows. You know what I mean? They're going to be paying $1 a piece to get here. Stop hitting them with chains. right, I'm going to watch this. And it's on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. The first episode, Little Rocky. After that, really
He just
gets good.
said he did the first hour and a half and it was amazing. You could, there's no show that I'm watching if the first episode is a little rocky. I am not trying this show.
No, don't do that. I need a friend
I heard
to
the
talk to you
term
about this.
a little rocky.
It's an hour and a half
No,
of
like a little Rocky,
Rockiness.
like the movie.
I will say,
Oh, you fucking moron. So you feel like it's rocky. So you're saying it's a little rocky where most people would say, oh, that's gravel road. We're in trouble here.
I don't think that there's any. It's very rare for me to see an episode of a show where the first episode I'm like, I'm not fully committed. It's a very rare thing. And like only a couple times have I said 100% right out the gate, this is the best show.
First of all, I'm tired of people telling me I have shows I need to watch.
So many
'cause it's
shows.
so exhausting to keep up with. It feels like homework for adults.
I caught up with The Night Of, by the way.
And where's your head on it?
I don't know where we're going to go from here.
What are
It's
we,
like
only
we've
two
got-
episodes left?
We've got 2 episodes left. I feel like we're not going to get any
We're gonna
peace.
we're gonna end sad. That's what I say.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
We're going to end sad. Which, by the way, they've made it where I'm like, hey, fuck that guy. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, he's not helping himself right now.
He's trouble for society. It's
Yeah.
like what we discussed yesterday.
Well, it's that he's embraced something so quickly that it right away you're thinking, oh God, where is this going to go? What does this mean? What is he hiding? I don't know. I think that they're going to leave it completely hanging.
Well, that would be disappointing.
Yeah.
That
I
would
think
feel to
that's-
me like a little rocky.
Little Rocky too.
First of all, you got to remember Rocky's from Philadelphia. He fucking shits on the Bronx and Queens.
Oh shit!
At first it was funny to
And
you.
especially Brooklyn.
No! No!
Loves man. He loves Manhattan. Yeah, he calls it money making. Going down to money making.
What about Shaolin?
Who doesn't love Shaolin?
That's the name of a character on the Get Down.
I now love Shaolin because of Sal.
Yeah, I know.
He was so much fun the other night.
Sal was great.
Our look is tomorrow morning, and we will be playing Comedy 101 sneak peek.
It's a little looky-loo.
That's the peek.
I don't know what that means.
But yeah, we're gonna looky and then loo around. You know,
That's all.
take a looky, Lou. Do. Sean, North Carolina.
Ronnie B.
Hey, man.
Yeah, you got me hooked on that Last Chance U on Netflix after you mentioned it, and I burned through it. What did you think about it, or did you go any further after the first episode?
Holy shit! Last Chance?
Last Chance University.
Oh no! I haven't made it that far. I'm 3 episodes in.
Oh, dude. You got me hooked on it, and I burnt through it in a weekend. It was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's always, right now I'm kind of rooting for the Rams because I've seen 2 episodes of Hard Knocks. It's hard if you watch people practice not to go, I hope these fucking guys, I hope they all make it to the pros. I hope it all works out for everybody.
Get that contract.
But these kids are so behind the 8 ball. I mean, they just don't. It's not that they just don't study. It's almost like it's too late to teach, That's how far along they've been pushed. Now, I could say the same thing about Hard Knocks. 2 fucking things happened there. Number one, the star quarterback who signed $18 million guarantee doesn't know where the sun comes up and sets. Has no idea.
Oh, Jesus.
I think he said something like, it's around here. I know that. And then one of the defensive players was like, he's like this. You believe in dinosaurs? You fall for that government shit? And he goes, and they're like, a meteor destroyed the dinosaurs. He goes, what about underwater? What about in the ocean? How come there's not dinosaurs out there?
There are. There's prehistoric animals.
He got him.
And also, a lot of that, when it heated up, it killed the larger animals,
Right.
even in the sea. They also need oxygen, which to me, when I was a little kid, I couldn't fucking comprehend. Still don't know how they're getting oxygen out of water. That's me. But I'm like, oh, smarter people know. Smarter fucking people know. Steve, Crooklyn.
Yeah, when Vito says Little Rocky, he means the guy that used to hang out with Bullwinkle.
Hey, Rocky, want to see me pull a rabbit out of my head? Look who it is. Our best friend in the world. See if you can guess who she is by that giggle.
Who is that?
I think I know that laugh from somewhere. Janice in Chicago, long time, darling.
Janice.
Hi, honey. I'm just cracking up because didn't Chris once pick up a chapstick and use it when he found it on the ground?
No, it was in the booth.
Yeah.
On the ground chapstick.
Pretty sure he stole E-Rock's chapstick and just started using it.
I trust E-Rock.
Really? Because he was using it because he had mouth sores.
Oh, God.
And also, he doesn't trust you. He doesn't want you using his chapstick.
This way, if you leave your chapstick behind, you can't come back. You have to throw it in the trash.
No, it's done.
It's dead to you.
Because you would assume no stranger would put that on their mouth.
Oh,
No, here's the
chapstick.
deal. It's not that he needed it. He's never used chapstick. He just thought free chapstick. or he calls it chaps nuts.
Well,
He makes a little snack out of it.
Well, if
Tastes
free
good.
is the only way we could get him to brush his teeth, maybe we should just...
I brush my teeth.
Then we ought to start doing free HIV tests.
I wish I could see that woman's face when she hears someone
Oh,
brushes
she was
it.
disgusting,
Dude, it
Janice.
was fucking everybody in, because we're in a quiet and you just hear brush.
Brush it. Get that new idea, Chris Stanley's toothpaste.
Oh,
It's a great product.
fucking horrible.
And, of course, he turns, like, his behavior turns me into a child. I immediately start being like, Dad, he's brushing his teeth. Make him stop.
And everyone actually looked at me with fucking suffering eyes. The entire place.
Please help us.
You seem to be the alpha male here. Can you make him stop?
Please just hit him or something.
You are fucking seriously. You're a goddamn nightmare, Chris. I couldn't love you anymore.
Thank you.
But you are unlovable.
That weak look. Thank you.
But you are unlovable by the rest of the world. It's a goddamn shame what you do.
I think those people just were stuck up in that elevator.
By the way, when someone says I love you, you don't say it back
He
because
doesn't know.
there was a comedian after Comedy 101 who looked at Chris Stanley and said, I love you, dude. And he said, thanks.
Was it Big J?
It was Big J.
You know why? Because Big J can share his love. Chris,
Why can't you give it back to him? The man said he loves you.
Look, there's only one thing that fucking Chris understood about love, and that was the back of a fucking adult's hand, right? He did not grow up like the rest of you guys. He did not experience love. He experienced fear and anger.
Well, called this in the Stanley household.
No one ever said I love you?
It was always very odd. Like,
Your mom never said I love you.
Christopher.
I love you, Christopher.
Niagara Falls, Frankie Angel.
You're 3 sheets to the wind again, aren't you?
She said that then more than use 5.
You smell like a brewery.
Well, yeah, because you wanted to numb out the pain. We get it.
Have a little fun, you know?
Not really, Chris. I've seen you drunk. You're not having fun.
You're not fun when you're drunk.
But
you're
you
really
should,
not.
You should feel for him, Gail.
Yeah, stop mocking me, Gail.
All right, so that part, that's why I hate to help
Something
you.
It makes you hard to
Yes.
sympathize with him.
Yes.
I already said, I'm glad that you aren't smoking anymore.
Thank you.
I think that's great. Please don't brush your teeth in an elevator.
You didn't have to add that part. You did not. Let's just separate, okay?
I'll start.
The complaints from the platitudes.
I think it's great that you're not smoking anymore.
It is great. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
See, is that so
All
hard,
right,
Ron?
let's do this. Is Dan over there?
Yeah,
All right.
Dan's there.
Everybody write down one short sentence or a word that you like about Chris Stanley.
Oh, this
and
is
then
fun.
we'll tell him, but Chris, you have to take it in.
Oh.
And don't make it a joke, and honestly let it in. So Gail,
This is exciting.
you're gonna look. He's fucking hiding his, so Dan can't copy off him. Vito
It's
is
not that kind a test.
No one is going to.
I want to hear two different compliments.
Relax. See, that's not the way to get it. Okay,
All right.
And I'm pointing that out to you.
Yeah.
All right, Gail, you go first.
So
and really fucking do this for real.
This is
I
a
see
real
that you look nervous.
compliment.
Let it in.
Look
a
at
real
actually.
compliment.
Look at the person while they give the compliment
That's
to you.
weird. Okay.
Chris Stanley,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
have beautiful, sparkling eyes.
He really does.
Stunning eyes.
All right.
Beautiful.
I'll take that.
It's not a matter of taking it. You just let it
Keep
happen.
looking at me when
Okay.
Yeah. Not like that. Not from sideways.
Yeah, not like you're going to slap me for
Vito?
saying it.
Chris, you have really nice hair and it's full.
All right, I'm really upset that both of these are physical and not about him, the person.
No, I'm just a piece of
Dan,
garbage.
what do you have?
You look terrific in beige.
All right, see this?
Don't even wear beige.
Don't
You are
let
today.
it in.
You are
Let
today.
it in.
Thank you.
He's saying you look nice today.
Thank you, Disco Dan.
And I'm going to say this to you, and as a father figure,
No.
you suck dick.
I'm not taking that in.
No, take it in.
Look at him when he says you do.
Cat.
I am really upset that all of you there was nothing about his personality.
They think I'm a garbage person. They think I'm a garbage person, Ron.
Chris?
Yes.
Let that part in. That 3 people who work with you every day couldn't think of anything about your personality. And they just thought of the physical gifts that you were given. Your
That must have been a surprise, though.
Your hair,
Yeah.
eyes, and skin tone.
What? Fucking zombie white?
Could you imagine this, though? If someone said, vote for Chris Stanley, he has good eyes.
And looks good in beige.
Ridiculous.
It should tell you something about yourself, though, Christopher. All right, Janice,
At
nice
least
to
you
talk
get
to you,
to
honey.
get rid of. At least Chris gets rid of that stupid air thing. He's got the air purifier. His neighbors were making him run.
Oh, yeah, you don't have that anymore, huh?
I still have it. I just use it as like a coffee table now.
Sweet. Yeah. For whenever you buy coffee and bring it in off the street, since you don't make it at home. All right, this is something that shocked me, and this is from the New York Times. They say scientifically that they have proven that the best potato chip flavors are cheddar and sour cream. First of all, I didn't know whether you could scientifically prove what tastes best. But 844 Rock God, 844 Rock God, give us a call. Or maybe they didn't say scientifically. People were fucking with me already on that. But anyway, they say these are the best. And we'll come up. Is there a definitive best taste for potato chips? 844 Rock God, 844 Rock God. Because I'm not going to thank you for either one of those fucking flavors.
Here's the thing about the cheddar sour cream. You might have a good experience for about a few moments, right? But are you judging the aftertaste?
Thank you.
Because I often find any kind of cheddar sour cream flavor very weird aftertaste because the something about the powder, the way it settles on the tongue, not good.
I just had a bag of these last weekend, and I thought they were garbage.
Family size?
No, not family size. It was a big bag, though. It was $1.
All right, once again, we're going to have a private vote. Write your vote down.
Okay.
And this will be the scientific way that I do this, even though I'm being told it's not scientific that cheddar and sour cream are the best. But this is a scientific thing based on a deep study that I'm doing. Gail, what is the best potato chip flavor? And this is bar none.
Yes.
I'll take it down to this. You can only have one flavored potato chip for the rest of your natural life. What do you choose? You can get in on this too. 844 Rock God. Gail?
I'm going to go with barbecue.
BBQ.
Barbecue.
Now, you know what that tells you, Chris?
What's that telling me?
Southern girl.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Southern girls, Cheap Trick taught us, they got nothing to lose.
So true.
Barbecue, I'm willing to bet barbecue is the number one selling flavor. Vito. What do you have as your number one flavor?
My flavor
Jeez,
is that delicious pizza powder that they put onto the potato chips.
Now, he also used the right word. It's a powder. That's the problem with all these. They've taken a powder and put it on your chip, Chris Stanley.
By far, the greatest fucking flavor is salt and vinegar potato chips.
Feet. So feet,
no.
foot flavored.
That's an alcoholic. I don't know what it is, but salt and vinegar is very big with the alcoholic.
The intense flavor of the salt and vinegar is so goddamn good.
I'm going to give the definitive answer, and anyone who says anything different, I think is a fucking weirdo. The definitive flavor is plain.
Oh.
You want
salted chip
to taste salted potato fried. This is the way the greatest chip company of all time, Charlie Chips, or Charles Chips if you live on the main line, they gave you a beautiful salted potato chip that made you think to yourself, why would anyone want a pizza powder on this? Or a vinegar powder? Or yes, even a barbecue powder.
How could you?
Just a little dash of
I know people that won't eat a plain chip. And they'll say, oh, is this a chip? And you're just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Let's go over here. Jamie in Texas. Jamie got a gun.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah. What's up?
Cheddar cheese and sour cream. I mean, I just want to go when I was a kid, but that is by far the best flavor they got going. I haven't changed my mind after 30 years.
Well, wait. This could turn me around. I didn't know the experience that he had with this. Here's Ryan in Chicago. Chicken in a car won't go.
Hey, buddies.
Hey, buddy.
I have an obsession with jalapeno potato chips.
Jalapeno, it's a newer flavor, right? The last 10 years or so?
I feel like that is more well suited on a corn chip. The flavor of jalapeno.
Now, you know the flavor I love on corn chip? Corn chip.
Salt and corn.
That's it. That's what I
about those hint of lime? That's my favorite.
I like a fucking hint of lime.
I'm not a big fan of the hint of lime chip. I'd rather have a plain salted chip instead of a hint of lime chip.
What are you scratching your head with?
And what?
Your own pen?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, did you? Did I give you that pen to give back to him?
No, you kept it.
Let me see if I got your pen from yesterday.
Oh, thank you.
And I took it out and screamed.
Because you knew it had been deep in his ear?
Yeah.
At times.
Let's see if I got it. You don't like a hint of lime?
That's surprising, because I feel like it's like a margarita right in a chip. It's like perfect salt, lime.
I see the hint of lime is what throws me off. I want the full lime taste.
What?
The hint is just like, it's just
Why
a
would
shitty
you-
tease.
What about with a drink? You'd rather just sit there and eat a lime rather than put it in your drink?
I like to squeeze the lime into the drink and then suck on the lime.
Do you ever just suck on limes at home?
Do you drink just straight lime juice?
I've never drank straight lime juice.
So then you do like a hint of lime. Because
what you're describing is a hint of lime.
Heavy lime.
But we haven't talked to him from everywhere. He's from a long time. He's from the 29th floor right here. This building is Paul. Hey, Paul.
Hey there, Roddy boy. How are you, kid?
Real good.
Hey, downstairs there's deli Toasties, and I know. Well, you know what? Every once in a while you got to go there. But they have. I tell you what, it's not just the flavor of the chip, but it's actually the brand of the chip too. They have these Canyon Ranch chips or something like that, and they have like sea salt and cracked pepper.
Salt and pepper chip.
They're awesome.
Do you like them, Chris?
Yeah, they're too much. It's too greasy. It's too greasy. Too much pepper.
I'll go down and get a bunch and bring them up.
Thanks.
No, thanks, but no thanks, Paul. We're not looking for a pepper on our chip. Thanks, buddy. Look, if you're going to have chips, number 1, Charlie Chip. Number 2, hers. And number 3, Utz.
Hers is my number 1 chip.
Over Charlie Chip.
Number 1.
Charlie Chip actually used to deliver chips to my house. You would get it in a can.
That's awesome.
Like Pringle style can?
No. A fucking big can. And the man would come around in a Charlie Chip car, and he would knock at the door, and he'd go like this, tell your mom Charlie Chip's here. And you would go out there, you had pretzels, you had all these things.
Nice.
It was like bar snacks he would bring to your fucking house. The excitement level we'd have when there would be fresh Charlie Chips. The other thing I'll say, and maybe the best chip I've ever had, is the Amish out at the fair.
Really?
Yeah. They would make their own chips, and they were out of this world. They also made their own fucking caramel corn. They would do it in this big tub, and they'd be fucking just stirring it with a boat paddle. A boat paddle that's moving around popcorn and caramel.
That sounds delicious.
And the fucking fair caught on fire, ladies and gentlemen. No one could believe it. Every volunteer fire company still talks about it to this day. That was their 9/11.
Would they bag the chips? Would they have their own bags?
No, this would be, see the can there?
Yeah.
That's what it'd be. And they were in there, it was kept nice and fresh. Yeah, I mean, you can get bags of chips if you're a fucking animal. Go to the store and get it. I'm telling you, the Charlie Chip man would come around. And I didn't even know it was
still around?
Yeah, of course it is. I didn't even know it was called Charles Chips until I was a full adult. Because the guy would always say, tell your mom, Charlie Chip man here. Because he didn't want you to start saying, here's what I want you to bring in.
Right.
You know, you'd be bringing in all kinds of shit. Here's Chuck in Atlanta.
Bennington.
Hey, man.
Ronnie, I'm sitting here in the car Googling Charlie Chip, living in Clearwater, and come by, deliver it, best flavor, dill.
Dill.
No.
I like a dill chip.
No, dill sucks.
So good. The truck pulls up, they bring the tin out. Amazing.
I saw, by the way, something in Clearwater on Bar Rescue, some fucking tiki bar that was on there.
What do you turn it into?
Sports bar. Now, wait, not sports on TV.
Yeah.
Sports that you can play.
Oh,
what do you mean? It's like a Dave and Buster's?
Yes. He turned it into a bad version of Dave and Buster's, like with two fucking basketball things. We got two basketball things. You're going to get 4 times the money by having 2. Why? People like to compete.
That pinball machine represents $75,000 a year in corners alone.
I put in 4 extra stools. That's going to generate another $18,000 per month.
It's something I created. It's called the butt fumble.
Did you say butt fuck?
Yes.
Matt, Maine.
Hey, Ronnie, not all barbecue chips are created equal, my friend.
Okay.
The Humpty Dumpty barbecue chip is by far the best.
Anybody ever heard of Humpty Dumpty barbecue chips?
I've never heard it.
They're big in Maine. It's a family-owned company. They've been around forever, and they are awesome.
Here's your only chip options. Charlie Chips, Hers, Utz. I'm going to be honest here. I go, what's more for a fucking pretzel? A fucking chip alone? Like, okay, a chip alone if you're having it like next to a hamburger. Fine.
Yeah.
But if we're watching a fucking game, you're not putting out pretzels next to the chips? Let's mix it up a little bit.
Well, that's my feeling about the plain chip. Like if you say, here's some plain chips to accompany a sandwich, but if I'm just eating chips, I'm going to need a flavor.
What if I tell them I'm giving you a pretzel with it?
I might think about it because then I could go back and forth.
Let me tell you something. You've come over my house plenty of times in football games. I never saw you think about a goddamn thing. I saw you digging in. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I implore you.
But sir, was there an entree served? Oftentimes, there are other snacks.
Yeah. And back when we were talking about with those other things, that I got to have some guac with it. I'm not just going to sit
A corn
around.
chip?
Yeah, I'm not just going to sit around and just eat it alone.
A hint of lime can stand alone, though.
No.
Yes,
you know what?
It can.
What about a hint of lime? And it's got the guac.
Oh, yeah,
then
that's
everybody's
delicious.
a fucking winner.
You're a baller at that point.
Wonder what the poor people are doing. She would fill up the backseat of a car with hoagies, sodas, and tasty cakes.
So sweet.
At a funeral, that gets said.
It was so sweet. I can't believe my man wasn't there because he would have adored that moment.
What did he say when you told him the story?
He thought it was so sweet and so hilarious.
We're the only ones laughing. Everyone else was like, "That's a hell of an idea." Thinking about taking that, loading up the back seat, then driving over to the factory. They acted like she invented delivery service. Then, in the church, my cousin says this. We were so poor that my dad used to make us jumping down on the couch hoping something would bounce out. I don't know where it came from. It was a great speech.
It was very good. It was a great speech.
I will say this. I didn't feel comfortable applauding in church when the applause started for that.
Oh, yeah.
I go, that's unusual. Plus, why are we doing a full mass all the way to communion when not one person in your family got up to take communion? Did you notice that?
I didn't notice.
None of the first two rows got up to take communion, yet the rest of us are kneeling, standing up, sitting, going through all the goddamn things. 80% of my family got up and walked. Gail and I were part of the 20% that stayed behind.
Yeah. Oh, no. No body for me. Thank you.
I go like this. I can't. I didn't do a confession. And they're like, you can do a confession after. I said, what don't you understand about can't? Okay? Can't fucking go in there and ask this guy for something. I got my own way.
I never got that far in the ranks.
No, I
gave up.
Had ADD.
The good wasn't for me.
That hurts my feelings, you know? Adam, what's up?
Hey guys, how we doing?
Good.
I happen to enjoy the Funyun. I don't really know what flavor that is,
First
but
of all, let's stop this. A Funyun is not a chip. Ugh. It is something that is some kind of weird runoff.
It's like a onion flavored styrofoam product.
Thank you. That is what it feels like. They're like there's styrofoam in your mouth.
This is fucking blacked out food.
I put that with pirate booty. Remember when that fucking
something kind of good about pirates?
You know why? Do this though. You go to someone's house. If all they have is pirate booty, you're going to eat pirate booty. But if there's any other choices,
pirate booty
you're going to have that.
It's awful. Funyun's better than pirate booty though.
But your coach's best friend, right? Vito?
Yeah, she's my buddy.
What's going on with the illness with her? It's 3 days now?
She said she had this thing that like only affects Hispanic people.
Yes, it's called eating sausage that hasn't been cooked all the way. She eats undercooked old sausage. Go up into the office, open. She's got old sausage links just laying in there.
Yeah. Really? Okay,
Yeah.
so this is probably what got her sick.
We should have seen it coming.
She's got scabies of her guts. Gut scabies.
Oh, God.
Hold on. Someone just sent me. Lay's does a lime flavor.
Okay.
I'm in.
Does chip shape matter to you?
By the way, I think it's almost racism to say only Spanish people get this. I don't think there's a stomach fucking problem.
She's trying to come up with her own sickle cell. I'm not sure.
You know what? There is a stomach problem, though, that only Jews get. It's called milk. Did you ever hang out with any Jewish guys?
Yeah, I know.
I have Jewish friends. They'll go, man, that ice cream looks so good. I go, eat it. They go, I can't. My stomach. I go, you're not going to fucking get over this until you get used to it. Just eat a little bit. Next thing I know, they're fucking cramping up.
It's a very weird thing, but I know quite a few Jewish people who are lactose intolerant.
Name one that isn't. That's the fucking fun part of the game. They cannot eat cheese.
What a curse.
And I'll be like, why are you just eating a burger? It grosses me out to see someone eating a burger without cheese on it.
Oh, just a hamburger sandwich? Nothing worse.
What a freak.
Nothing worse.
Hamburger sandwich.
It's nothing worse.
I mean, that's something Wimpy did. And they're like, no, I can't eat cheese. I go, you can eat one piece of cheese. I make them eat it.
The flavor.
Next thing I know, they're all cramped up. Every Jewish guy I know is constantly talking about his fucking stomach and his bowel movements. I'm not your mom.
They're very comfortable with that.
They have to be. It's the number one thing in their life. That's their ISIS. No, I guess ISIS is their ISIS. What am I saying?
They have ISIS.
Derek, what's up?
Hey, Bennington. Hey, first off, your phone audio is all fucked up again, too. Either you're extremely low or you're screaming in our ears. But I was born and raised in Ohio, and my father worked for Charles Chips for a number of years, delivering them, and those are the best chips on the planet.
No, first of all, I'd just like to say for your father. Thank him for his service to our country. But what else were they delivering?
There was you had chips, you had pretzels. In the holiday season, you had cookies. They did. In fact, we still have some of the Charles Chips tins in our
great.
house.
People
and
always use those tins for other things.
Oh yeah, and a couple of years ago, we bought. We used to be able to get them shipped out here to Colorado. I don't know if they still will or not, but you had to buy like a big 5-pound tin.
Here's the thing. Now, since the internet, you can get anything shipped anywhere. You could call up a deli in San Francisco and just have them mail you a sandwich. It happens anywhere. First of all, because of your father's service to our country, you're going in the pretty good prize closet, my friend.
É prêmio muito bom. É prêmio muito bom, armário. Nós temos bons prêmios. É prêmio muito bom. É prêmio muito bom, armário de prêmios. Nós temos bons prêmios.
Hey, because we're talking about food right now, I'm going to give you a little food book called Mayim's Vegan Table, signed by Mayim Bialik. So there's some food.
What was her big role in life, Mayim Bialik? She
Blossom.
was Blossom.
Yeah.
And Big Bang right now.
Yeah, but Blossom was more what people relate to her with.
I'm surprised you're at ease in pronouncing her name, because I still...
Maya Bialik?
Mayim?
Mayim Bialik.
Mayim Bialik.
She came into the
Bialik.
show one time. She's a very nice person.
I've always liked her.
She was the 90s it kid for the tweens for a little while.
Yes.
And now you see what a good actor is. She goes totally in the opposite direction on Big Bang Theory, and she kind of plays a nerd.
A nerd.
Yeah. A geek nerd.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, these guys, they're smart, but they're not good with women.
Loved Blossom. So many special episodes of Blossom.
Like what?
I don't really remember. It's just like always felt like every time you turn on the TV, they're like, a special episode. A very special episode. I'm like, how many? Something happened to 6. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You won't want to miss this, Blossom. If you do, don't go to school because the other kids will hate you. That was nice that little sick girl came in and sang to us.
I know. Really sweet. Now I want some Charles chips.
Jolly Chip, man. Guess what? I can never get cookies. You know why? I make better cookies than them. That's true. But I'm saying
She had a point.
No store-bought cookie could ever compete with a homemade cookie. Period. End the fucking story.
I still stand by that exact thing. The only ones that I'll eat are things that you can't really make at home. Like something like an Oreo, that's not going to be something you make at
All
home.
right, now that you're adult, when's the last time you had an Oreo? I mean, there's a food that you realize is bad for you, it's an Oreo.
Yeah, it's one of those things like if someone has them out, you'll eat them. But I can't remember the last time I purchased an Oreo.
Oh,
Although,
I mean, you're biting into Crisco, basically.
I was given a very beautiful basket at Comedy 101 filled with treats, and one of them was like Oreos that were covered in a fudge. You got you got fancy cigars. I got a beautiful
I do
basket.
have fancy cigars. Those things are nice, though. And then we also got some other lovely presents.
Oh yeah, beautiful. I got my nice fanny pack. I got a great magnet.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's got a little dog on it.
Oh, okay,
Very
because you
cute.
have a dog?
Yeah.
I know she has a dog, so let's get her this magnet that's shaped like a dog.
It's a reminder of the dog she has.
I put it up. It's on my fridge. It's adorable.
Here's some exciting news about our friend Big J Okerson. You know his TV show, What's Your Fucking Deal? He told me that it's the number 2 rated show on CISO, and it has just been renewed for season 2.
Hell yeah!
So write to Big J, say congratulations, say we know you when, because last year was such a monster year for him. I'll tell you a big secret to his success, Christine.
Oh,
I went in there, I dropped by on those guys yesterday. She's running the show, it looked like from a Starship Enterprise spot. And then those 2 puppets are just doing what she tells them to say. I think she types up all the jokes for them.
She's the best.
They're very funny when you go in to do their show because Soder is ready to leap into whatever the conference. Just dive in and start doing voices immediately. And we brought up he was one of the initial judges for Comedy 101.
Yes.
And I thought he was very funny in the room, but listening back to it, I remember when I listened back, and I'm like, fuck, Soder got off more lines than I even thought.
Yeah.
He's going to be a big actor one day. That's my prediction.
We already got season 2 of Billions.
I think he's going to be bigger than Billions.
Yeah.
I like that car rental.
Used people.
Used people, yeah.
Really funny on that.
We've had all the people from that show on this show before, different times.
He's going to be a big star.
He may end up being the biggest star in the whole universe, bigger than Tom Cruise. I saw a thing today on TV. Oh, it was New York One, where they read the newspaper to you. I don't know if everybody has a New York One style show that's just like a local television network, where in the morning the person will read the paper. It's very relaxing. And they said that Tom Cruise hasn't seen Siri in something like 4 years, his daughter, because she's not being raised Scientologist by her mother.
Oh, at first I thought you said Siri at first, and I thought you meant the...
But what is her name?
Suri.
Okay.
I thought it was, but I thought you meant the...
I thought you said a lot of stupid things too. I just don't point them out, you know?
You can point them out at any time.
Why would I? Why would I want to stop your flow? I want to fucking support you at all times, like Chris does for Vito.
I thought I was... See, this is why I never correct. I'm afraid. This is why. The fear.
I'll say you turned it around on me. But anyway, the Big J show, What's Your Fucking Deal, has been renewed. And then the other big story, Nick Denton said that not only, I don't know why, Univision bought them and they're getting rid of Gawker.
What?
They're closing Gawker after paying out $135 million for Gawker Media's 6 other websites, but they're not using Gawker.
So they just use, I guess, like Deadspin and
what
Jezebel.
Else? Gizmodo.
There's Gizmodo. There's Kotaku, which is like a video game one.
But why would you get rid of any of those? Do they think Gawker's name is so bad?
I guess so, yeah.
But that's a good thing. You could just make it better, and people can go around. This used to be bad.
This is new Gawker.
Yeah, people know the name Gawker, so they'll just go to Gawker.com.
Exactly right. Like, people do know the name Gawker.
Dig was huge for a while, then Reddit overtook it, but then now Dig's popular again because people knew Dig.com. It's just recognition of the name.
You know so much about business and branding that you should be doing a show with Donnie Deutsch.
Hey, Donnie, let's talk websites.
You should hear him talk about TV stations. He knows everything. He'll give you all the facts.
Give me a fact about a TV station.
I mean, what?
Like he knows every network.
Yeah,
he'll tell you all for show.
Give me shows. I'll give you the networks. That's why I know where everything airs.
Monday Night Football.
That's ESPN.
That's great. That's your CSI.
CBS.
I don't even know if that's true.
See, that's the problem is that I'll be talking, I'll mention a show and then he'll just say the network back to me.
Oh,
and then I'm
annoying.
like,
really
okay, that is.
She's really impressed by it.
Like, yeah, okay. Yeah.
This is what you guys do?
No,
I free time?
No, I'm just trying to have a conversation about a show. And he's just like, fact boy.
That's CBS. That's what you're watching.
All right, Blossom.
Blossom was an ABC show.
I think it was ABC Family.
I said ABC, didn't I?
ABC Family.
ABC Family didn't exist then, did it? It was just ABC.
I don't know, dude. Yeah. I can't be in these fucking things. How I Met Your Mother.
That's ABC.
No.
What?
I don't know. It's CBS, isn't it?
That's CBS, dude.
I never watched it. I never watched How I Met Your Mother.
That doesn't fucking make any sense. Everyone knows the shows that we watch.
Well,
what they're on. But someone can't say, I could do this, right? This quickly.
All right. That was an anomaly.
All right. Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
E.
American Horror Story.
That is Fox? No, FX.
FX. Is it?
I don't know. 2.5 Men.
CBS.
Good. Everybody Hates Chris.
That was Fox.
No, I'm making a statement about you.
Shit. Why? Is it the toothbrush thing? That's new.
The brush.
It was also
New Adventures of Old Christine.
NBC.
Bernie Mac Show.
I feel like Channel 9, but that...
Channel 9?
Yeah, that's the first thing that came to my head, but I know it's not Channel 9. That's not racist. That's not racist.
We all know why you said UPN 9.
No, that's just a New York thing.
No, it was on Fox, dude.
Fox. It was Fox. I got it before Vito did.
Vito's good at this. Who knew?
All right, I'm going to give you one. Party Down.
That was, Stars.
Cougar Town.
That's ABC.
I don't even know if these are true.
Maybe CBS. Might be actually, on TNT. I think it was TNT.
Well, wait a minute.
I'm just going away there. She'll forget everything else I said.
Mr. Robot.
That's USA? USA.
Yeah, USA.
That's good. He is fucking pretty good. I'm going to give him that. I mean, I was waiting to see him get close. I want to give you one. Becker.
Goddamn. Becker was NBC.
I don't know.
I was just going dancing, cheers. They kept brought back.
Well, he ended up on CSI, though, didn't he?
So, yeah, he did.
Becker was CBS.
Fucking shit.
Ally McBeal.
That was 11?
You just got to stop saying numbers.
And the WB, so like or CW, one of those. Like
it can't be one of those.
But it's all the same channel. So it changed.
All the W's.
No, you just said you could name any
Fox.
network.
Fox. It's Fox.
You're right.
All right.
Ally McBeal was Fox.
The role that made Bon Jovi famous.
Bon Jovi made Bon Jovi famous.
The role of himself throughout his life.
Bon Jovi and that dancing baby.
That fucking dancing baby was the first thing on the internet that everyone sent me.
Oh, God, that was insane.
Check out this.
I hated that fucking dancing baby.
Check out this forward. The dancing
What was
baby.
it dancing to? Oh, ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga.
That's right.
Ooga. Yeah.
Did she like imagine that in her head? Did she just imagine shit all the time?
it was
No,
like
it was real, Chris.
a real baby.
All right, I'm going to give you one.
Where is he now?
Boy Meets World.
That was Channel 7 ABC.
No, it was Disney. Dharma and Greg.
NBC.
ABC.
Oh, I'm fucking dying here.
Ed.
Ed was CBS.
NBC. Man, I should have fucking stopped. I forget. You got lucky.
I got fucking.
And I thought you were
killed.
good.
I got killed right there.
So that means 90% of the time when he's doing this to me, he's probably wrong.
No. That's like, look, who knows what channel Ed's on?
No one, apparently. Not even you. Not even the expert.
He always has CBS shows because he only knows it because he watches the live feeds and sees the commercials for the show before.
Where are you seeing the live feeds?
Oh, I got a little app called CBS All Access. $6 a month. Watch all.
have to make everything so sexy when he talks to you. It's very
Sorry, I'm so sexy, Gail. Sorry. Sorry, I'm filled with sex appeal.
You ask him a question.
Yeah.
He sexifies it for you.
It's true. Just Shoot Me.
That was NBC.
Good. King of Queens.
CBS.
Kitchen Confidential.
Fox.
Oh, he's back. He is back.
You did it, Chrissy!
I came back from all the shitty fucking Ed TV shows.
Look who it is. It's had. Rock. Jenny.
Bennington.
Yeah. Hey, Chris. According to Jim.
That was ABC.
Oh, you are back, my friend.
Thank you.
You're good. You're good again. Look at fucking Vito's over there with his phone. What channel can I say to him? Scrubs.
That was Fox.
You are so wrong. It was on NBC.
Jesus.
And then ABC.
Wow, I fucked up.
You're the worst person ever.
I gotta get back. I gotta get back on top, Ron.
Johnny, what are you doing? Watching the Olympics?
Maybe a little bit earlier, there was some very good wrestling going on.
Johnny was getting very angry because you guys gave up on the Texas for everybody being.
I was in.
Yeah.
Chris has not been very active in the Olympics.
I haven't.
That's because we're not on CBS Live.
He could probably tell you what channel they're on, though.
NBC, CNBC, MSNBC.
NBC.
I'm all over that Big Brother text chain, though.
That hurts Johnny. That's cool.
I didn't even realize I could watch at night on Pop TV.
Yeah, they have the CBS After Dark, or whatever, Big Brother After Dark.
It isn't
He's
CBS.
CBS. He's obsessed.
It's fucking Pop TV.
Most shows are on CBS, guys.
He can tell you any CBS show. That's his skill. It's very good.
Johnny, what can we do for you, buddy?
I was calling about chips, but now you're on this whole
that's
other
okay.
topic.
That's okay. I can stop the fucking show in its tracks, and we can drive back and pick you up. It's only 60 miles.
What channel was Lost on, Chris?
ABC.
It was ABC, Johnny.
Why are you helping him?
I thought I was getting my own. I thought I was finally getting something for myself.
Come on, Johnny.
1 point for you.
Golden Girls.
Golden Girls was NBC.
Home Improvement.
ABC.
Doogie Howser.
Fox.
ABC.
Fuck, really?
Drew Carey Show.
That was ABC.
Alf.
Alf, Fox. No. CBS.
NBC. You were wrong
Really?
twice.
God damn it.
Murphy Brown.
Murphy Brown.
Love Murphy Brown.
CBS.
Love Murphy.
Do you love Murphy Brown?
Fucking love Murphy
I watched a lot
Brown.
of Murphy Brown.
You never saw that guy who was her boss again. He seemed like he was going to get a lot of work, you know?
Yeah, that.
Miles.
Yeah. I love that show.
And it wasn't, didn't the painter die?
Yeah.
So what was it about chips with you, Johnny? You like to eat them?
No, I was going to ask Chris what channel it was on.
Oh, the TV show Chips. I know this one.
NBC?
NBC.
In your face, Hard Rock Johnny.
He just asked. He's just playing along with
I was
everyone.
trying to get up in my fucking
He's our
head.
fucking friend.
God damn it, Chris.
Man, tough crowd.
Johnny Opie was on yesterday in the afternoon. Did you get a chance to get some omelets over? Ham cubed omelet? There's no way that Opie ate those fucking ham cubes. I'm telling you he didn't. Me and Johnny got into this. And he goes, I forgot about something. And he's like, Opie likes my ham cubed omelet. And I go, there's no way. Because he's like a fucking healthy eating person. And no one thinks to themselves, is there a ham cube that could be available?
Next time I'm just going to bring a whole cooked pig and let you select what area you'd like your omelet made from.
You know, I am not that difficult, Johnny.
Right?
By the way,
I want pork roll.
I was at a party one night and somebody was making a whole pig. And Johnny, being the restaurateur that he is like this. Stop! No one eat the pig! It's not finished. Then he made me take half of it. We had to pick it up from where it was and carry it like we were working like as the EMTs so he could throw it back on the grill and cook it long enough that everybody was surviving. And he was like, we just saved 125 people today.
What is this luau that you guys were
It
doing?
literally was a rock and
Exactly
roll.
was a luau.
It literally was a luau. It was a Grease 2 party. Rock and hula luau. Now, yeah. But here's what happens. We finally get in with the pig. Most of the people had left. I smelled like smoke, and I missed the entire night.
I carved the fuck out of that thing, too, man.
Yes.
Giving people slices of bacon.
Johnny,
I didn't dice any of it.
I gave you plenty of accolades that night. You know I did.
You did.
But we just spent a night. It was like, time to turn, Ron. I'm like, yeah, but I want to go inside. Everybody's dancing. Hula dance. They got a fire pit, Johnny. Let's get this pork done. There's a Grease too.
Cutest thing ever.
When are they doing the Rocky Horror thing?
I believe that's in October.
Rocktober.
It's in Rocktober.
All right, Vito. you're breaking a big news story as we speak. You found a video?
Yes, there is a video of the Olympic swim team at a gas station fighting with a security guard, meaning maybe they might be lying about the whole thing to get out of trouble from this brawl they got into.
All right. Let's take a look at this. Now, first, nobody was even asking them about this, though, right?
No.
All right, so there they are.
Spooky music.
All swimmers. And what are they? This is a gas station?
Yeah.
And a cab driver. They're getting out with a cab driver?
Do they go get some snacks?
No, they got their own car. They realize that we're seeing the part of this that we don't need to see. This blows.
This looks like they're in an alley now, near the gas station, perhaps. One of them, they're sitting down.
No, they're laying down. This is them getting robbed, you idiot. Vito, this is them being robbed.
I read today on the Post.
Look right there.
They're trying to hold one guy back.
The Post says that they were fighting, and one guy was breaking down a bathroom door.
Why would anybody lay down?
Play possum.
This is literally what they said. That 3 of them laid down, Lochte wouldn't, and a gun was pulled on him. This looks like a fucking robbery to me, not a fight.
I haven't seen anyone fighting. It looks like everything is falling into line.
Vito, you could have said, I've solved the case and been a hero, but you didn't you didn't look at the video.
The Post was telling me this is evidence.
You did not. Yes, it is fucking evidence. It's evidence that they got robbed. This is up on the iBang right now. It looks like we've solved the case. There was a robbery. Why don't we take a break? Johnny, we love you, buddy.
We love you, Johnny.
You guys too.
Rocco, hula luau. Right back, Bennington Show.
Bennington is back. And tomorrow we'll be doing Double Trouble on OP Radio. We'll be there at 7 a.m. and premiering a sneak peek of the new Comedy 101.
With our big judges.
Our judges, Kurt Metzger, Big J Okerson, and Sal Volcano.
One of them is controversial.
Yes.
Kurt Metzger. It's controversial.
It's a little controversial right now.
Hey, we're bringing in a couple people from the Brooklyn Comedy Festival, and that runs Monday, August 22nd through Sunday, August 28th. You live in Brooklyn.
I do. I want to check out some of these shows. Chris, do you know some of the venues that they're going to be at?
They're going to be at the Bell House.
Love.
They're going to be at the Music Hall Williamsburg.
Very cool.
They're going to be at Union Pool.
These are all great.
I'm not familiar with Union Pool.
Union Hall, right?
Union Hall, excuse me.
Union Pool.
That's a bar.
Okay. It's actually a pool bar?
No, there's no pool, but they call it Union Pool.
Is there a pool you can swim in?
No, there's nothing.
I want to get to the
Well,
bottom
it's near
of
the
that.
pool.
Okay,
It's
that makes sense.
near the other pool. The Williamsburg pool.
Is that the pool that they used to have concerts in?
Yeah.
That was my favorite fucking thing that's ever happened. John in PA, what's up?
Hey there, Bennington.
Yeah.
You know, I love how Vito thinks he has such an exclusive video. He doesn't even look at it before he tells you about it. I love how he said that the video shows where they were fighting with the gas attendant. There was no fighting whatsoever.
I cannot break a story during this show anymore. First of all, I don't even see Vito in his room.
He's grabbing our guests.
And hurting them?
Yeah.
No.
All right, so all we know right now is something happened, and the New York Post has their own opinion of it. But anyway, it's out there.
They're saying there's conflicting video. It's hard to tell, but if you saw that video, I would say that sounds very similar to the story that they told. They described a situation where they were like sat down.
Disco Dan, yeah, everything that you said, where 3 of them laid down and Lochte refused to do it. But then Disco Dan said there's something of them trashing a restroom. Like, well, who gives a fuck? You still can't point a fucking gun at somebody. Just, no, here's the thing. Let them get back to America. Then call them whatever you want. Call them all kinds of names. But you can't keep them in your fucking country unless you're ready for World War Z.
And we will do
Because
it.
we will release the fucking zombies. And these are fast zombies. All right, let's bring in our guests. from the Brooklyn Comedy Festival, Monday, August 22nd, through Sunday, August 28th. It's Chris Nestor and Julian Chiani. This is the Brooklyn Comedy Festival. Hey, we brought you guys into No Sleep Before Brooklyn because that's literally when we stopped. That was just a point for us where we don't have an updated Brooklyn song. Brooklyn Comedy Festival, and let me just say this. I'm wildly impressed with the names that you guys were able to put together for this.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
It's our fourth festival, so we're trying to build it up a little bit more every year.
Yeah. Every year gets a little stronger?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, more venues, more shows, more performers.
You guys have Julie Klausner at the Bell House. Vanessa Bayer is going to be at the Bell House on 2 shows next Friday. And then Reggie Watts is performing 2 shows next Saturday at the Music Hall of Williamsburg. And this is just a couple shows, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's a ton.
Those are some of our marquee shows, I guess you could call them.
Doing over 30 shows and events. We got a couple panels too, for informational stuff like late night writers panel, and then since Brooklyn's full of entrepreneurs, we have a panel on turning your passion into a profession.
Well, the thing that we're saying, it's amazing how many late night guys live in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And even before Brooklyn became gentrified, there was always a thing of writers living in Brooklyn.
Yeah. It's a creative hotbed. And that's like where all the comics too, we all, like, everyone lives there and work out all their material. And then, if you get lucky enough to get a spot in a club out here, that's how it used to work, especially you come into Manhattan. But now there's so much in Brooklyn and so many great venues and opportunities to get on stage that, why leave?
Yeah, and you can take a lot of risks at these Brooklyn shows, which is one thing I love. It cultivates like risky, kind of boundary pushing comedy to where you'll even have like the pros, like CK or Aziz, coming to shows like Michael Che, coming to shows in Brooklyn, and trying out new stuff, like working out new material because that's the place to do that. So it's just, it's a cool
That's
scene.
always a funny thing when you think, okay, I'm going into this small room to see a show. There's going to be 8 or 9 performers, and then suddenly Che walks in, or Louis C.K. It's something I like to teach the tourists to do because they come here and they get caught up with the fucking people who hand out comedy tickets in Times Square that lie to them, and they go, "Oh, we went to a show and it wasn't good." But wouldn't it be great to really be able to somehow funnel those people over?
And there's they'll not only get to see great shows, but they'll be free or cheap.
Right.
Like there won't be drink minimums, it's
I don't know how it happened our first year though. We got a group of like 15 tourists who showed up. To
we do
random a bowling alley.
The gutter,
They were all from Finland.
They were from Finland. And we were like, how in the world did you guys, how lost are you guys? Right?
But that is see, that's something that changed so much because I remember when comedy was the fake brick wall. Anywhere around the country, they tried to look like there was an exposed brick wall, even if they had to fucking just tape it up there. But now you go out and comedy could be anything on any given night.
It's it's mostly non-traditional venues, which is cool. And I think, it adds some kind of punk rock feeling to it, or I think it maybe even emboldens people to try more and take more risks. We're doing shows. We're doing another one at the Gutter, which is a bowling alley / dive bar. We're doing a show at Brooklyn Brewery. It's going to become like a flagship show. And then what other like kind of weird venues do we have? We're doing like distillery. We're doing 2 shows. We're doing 2 shows at
where alcohol is made is usually a good hotbed.
That's like a really interesting thing because we have all these shows at breweries and distilleries. I don't know. And
still waiting for a wine cellar.
We don't have a wine cellar.
Now, do you guys produce shows all year long, or you?
We've done more. I mean, individually, we're all kind of in the scene comedy world. So. Like, we do, I do a monthly show, and we do as a festival, usually like a holiday charity show and, random one-offs here and there. But we're always either doing shows or putting them on.
Now, Chris, you're always telling me that more comedians live in Astoria than anywhere else, right? That's your feeling?
Yeah.
But you guys don't produce shows over there, right?
I think there's one club, QED, there, but...
Oh, yeah, okay.
But there's not like shows like in Brooklyn, no.
Yeah. So what is that? So it's like a bedroom community for comedians.
Basically, yeah.
On really the worst possible line. You know what I mean? Like, it's a long haul.
Oh, you have to go out to like Ditmars, because they're like a lot of comedians are in far Astoria.
Okay.
It's
the Greek part.
Deep.
Uber pool works great after shows. Yeah.
It's great food. You're going to eat well.
Yeah.
Up there. Yeah.
Brooklyn Comedy Festival begins next week, Monday, August 22nd, runs through Sunday, August 28th. Julie Klausner, Vanessa Bayer, Reggie Watts, who's kind of a patron saint, I think
so,
of the alt scene. Because the great thing about Reggie is he kind of reinvented himself, and then the entire Hollywood community just started to fight for him right away. Because the amount of talents that he has is embarrassing.
Yeah, he's super, super talented and versatile as a performer. The fact that he's closing out the festival this year is like, for me, I couldn't be. This is kind of a dream show that like I had the vision, I think, of putting on and producing, especially in the last night of our festival for years, and this year we were actually able to pull it off. So we're pretty stoked about it.
Vanessa Bayer, I didn't even know did stand up. I thought she only did sketch stuff.
Well, this is a cool thing. She does have material. She does do stand up. I know she sometimes goes on tours.
I saw her on the Trainwreck tour.
Exactly. Oh, did you really?
Yeah, so that's the only time I've ever seen her, and she did great.
Yeah,
she's really great.
So she's kind of hosting and curating that first show of the doubleheader, and the second one's a really interesting concept because it's not a stand up show. It's a show called Series Finale, and she's doing it with her brother Jonah Bayer, who's a musician and collaborator with her. And they're doing a 90s TV theme, where they kind of talk about and maybe also view a little bit of a clip from a 90s show. And this one is the first of a series, hopefully, and it's about Blossom. And so
we were just talking about
Blossom.
earlier today.
Yeah.
Blossom was your early hero when you were a kid.
I loved I love the hats and the mixed prints.
Yeah.
But I was actually a really big Six fan. That was her best friend.
She will be at the show.
Holy shit, dude.
No joke.
Okay, I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there.
It's
Say no more.
She'll be there. Kyle Mooney's going to be at that show as well.
Yeah.
He's also hilarious and one of those people that I don't think he ever got the handbook the way that you're supposed to do things, which is really almost I don't know if it would help anyone to go and be a traditional stand-up these days, because there's less venues for, like, you're not going to get into most of the New York traditional comedy clubs. I talked to people 7-8 years. They're like, I'm hoping to get an audition after fucking 8 years. I'm like, if you went to medical school, you'd be operating on brains right now.
No, that's very real. I think that's part of why people have embraced this, like, the kind of scene and alternative comedy that's happening in Brooklyn, because like you can get up, you can get reps in, and you can develop your voice, and you can collaborate and meet, and it's a community, and you're meeting and talking and watching other performers, getting inspired. Someone
asked me the other day, they're like, from out of town, they're like, so, do you play the strip? Like, what? Yes, in the 80s I played the strip. Like, I mean, it's a different scene. I mean, that's inclusive, but, Joe List's one of my favorites, around town, and he does a bar show, and then he goes to the cellar or the comedy strip, and then does like a back room somewhere.
And then he gets on a plane and opens for Louis C.K. in a giant venue.
Now he's in Europe. Exactly. Yeah.
But there is like a sister scene to what you guys are doing in L.A., right? Like there's that strange alt scene is going on there too.
I think part of it is that a lot of New Yorkers relocated. So a lot of the shows,
kind of migration out west.
A lot of the shows that have been successful here, like Kurt Braunohler and Kristen Schall's show, is now a regular show out there.
Big Terrific out there. They're doing that out there now.
LA does feel a little bit more like New York now.
Yeah.
You have these like gentrified neighborhoods, and they have their own the Riot Festival out there, which has like a similar vibe.
Yeah.
Which is putting on shows in the non-traditional clubs or back rooms or music venues. So yeah, it's I think it's kind of happening everywhere.
You know what's weird though? I go past Dangerfields all the time. Never see anyone come in and out. There's still the sign. And I'm like, why don't they embrace the young guys?
It's like the old Willy Wonka factory. Like, what's going on in there?
Yeah.
Like something's happening in there.
But that literally was one of the hottest clubs in the country. And then they've never thought of like, how do you upscale it? Well, you even brought up the Strip. They still have an 80s menu. It's like almost like no one has said to them, we're not just pouring hot cheese over chips anymore. We're charging $25.
I guess I'll have the blackened chicken. That's still.
I'm going to say this. I miss blackened food.
That was a very weird food trend.
Yes,
it was like burnt chicken and burnt fish.
Just a little bit.
Well, it was a New Orleans thing when there was only like that Chef Prudhomme was like the only celebrity chef. So people thought that they were being edgy by they would blacken the vegetables, they would blacken and everything tasted just blackened. Like better call it babysitter. I mean, we're having fun and this is great. I feel like I'm cheating myself. But I don't know. I think one of those old clubs, because the other weird thing is comedy barely exists above 34th Street. There's only Caroline's is the only place that you could say. And I don't know. I guess they said that New York Comedy Club is doing better.
Yeah.
They turned it around.
That's downtown though.
Yeah, but what is the one on the Upper West Side? Is that's happening?
The Stand Up New York.
How's that doing?
Yeah, it's similar, like bringing new people in. Yeah, it's cool.
It seems like there's a market to me because the old clubs do have that name. I mean, the reason why they're still around is that you can go into Times Square and fool someone by saying, Eddie Murphy might be there tonight. I don't know. Sometimes he stops by.
One of my favorite stories was Mike Lawrence was. Like he a guy approached him like, you got to come to this club. He was on the lineup and he's like, who's on the lineup? And he rattles it off. I'm like, blah, 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 Mike Lawrence. He's like, oh, what's he from? I don't know, man. I don't know. Just you want to go to the show or not?
Yeah.
Like, all right. Yeah. Okay, cool.
I'm hungry. I don't want to have this job. This wasn't my dream.
I hate this.
Yeah. Because they used to make comics do it, and even that doesn't work anymore. So they just grab these kids fresh off the bus and tell them to lie to people. Your grandmother got caught up. Once her and her girlfriends all went to a place buying $15 cocktails.
And then they said like Seinfeld was going to be there. So maybe even like they're like everyone from Letterman comes over, something like that.
It was near where Letterman was. So they're like, a lot of times Brian Regan will leave Letterman, walk down the street to the LOL Club, and off he goes.
The Brooklyn Comedy Festival begins next week, Monday, August 22nd, and runs through Sunday, August 28th. Go to bkcomedyfestival.com for shows and ticket information.
These are like some of the big headliners. Show Julie Klausner has done this show not too long ago. Vanessa Bayer and Reggie Watts, who's one of our favorite people in the world. But there's 30 different shows going on.
Yeah.
And these are all shows that you guys believe in, dig. Is it tough when you're doing what you guys are doing to turn down some people that, you're friends with?
Yes, an inevitable, like,
yeah.
It's a sad, like, byproduct of getting bigger and having less spots, which is strange, but, yeah, I mean, we try to pull in as many people as possible, and as our friends are getting more and more successful, like we obviously want to include them, but yeah, sometimes you can't separate, like people can't separate the personal aspect from the production side of it. So hopefully there are not too many hard feelings.
Yeah, I think we do a pretty good job of getting up a ton of people though, and we do believe in every show that we produce, and we do latch on to some of our favorite like shows that already exist that are monthlies or bi-monthlies or weeklies. So we try to support the scene in every way that we can. But yeah,
and some of these monthly shows have been around for years.
Yeah. Really good. Like we Hannibal's show that he does that he used to do at the Knitting Factory and then handed over.
Right.
That's that we're doing that one. It's the Sunday before our official launch, so the 21st, in the back room at the Knitting Factory, and that show's it's a standby. Like you're going to see a good show when you go to that one.
Yeah.
Including them and a few others is like it's part of, like we said, we're celebrating what's there already. And then I just
met Luisa Diaz, who produced that show for years. She came down to the Village Underground where we were there the other day. And it is phenomenal. I mean, I think it's a free show for years.
In the front room, yeah.
Yeah. And the names of people who have walked through that, we could do a movie. You know what I mean? We could literally put out a Hollywood movie for the people that you see walking through that room. Well, look at Hannibal now. Yeah. Hannibal is really at the top of where you can get in this business, and for some reason he always seems relaxed no matter what point of his story. Relaxed. Yeah.
He has the chillest vibes, I think, of any.
That's something that literally, if you could give to any fucking gift of a young comedian who's struggling, is like, dude, enjoy this, because it's everyone's stories for the rest of their life, you know? Yeah. Like when you run into, because we were talking about this strip, but I just ran into George Wallace in Montreal, and he's only about the strip in the 70s and 80s. He doesn't talk about anything else. Yeah. Who was there, what they did. And, they were basically working for hamburgers, but that becomes the best part of your of your life.
Yeah.
And most guys bitch about it the entire time it's happening.
While it's happening, yeah. And then they, look back fondly on it 5-10 years later. It's crazy, though. And, this is our 4th year, right? So Julie and I have been in the scene for maybe 6 years. And it's been cool. You're talking about Hannibal. It's been cool to grow as a festival within the scene with all of the performers that we've been performing next to and sharing stages with for the past 4 years of the festival. It's been really cool to kind of grow with the scene. And the scene's gotten bigger. Some of our friends,
we can't book people.
We can't afford them now because they've gotten so famous. So it's been It's been a really cool experience.
Well, for the people around the country, if you watch the Gaffigan show, he just did something on trying to break into that scene. Even though he is a successful, known guy all over the country, he did not know that the Brooklyn scene was happening and did a whole thing of trying to play catch-up ball with that, and you just see him you see him at the Creek in the Cave, and then people are like, there's another show happening, so he's taking off, and the rooms are getting smaller and down more alleys, and it was really a great episode. But like you said, Louis C.K. doesn't want to fucking be left out, you know what I mean? If there's something happening, let's go over it and see if my shit works there, because that is a funny thing about comedy, is that you always have to go back out and see if it works. You know, it's not like any other art form where you can get there and coast from that point on.
And probably for the same reason, when you're coming up, it's so essential. It's why some of these alternative rooms or basement shows or backroom shows are so great, is because nobody can get anywhere without mic time. You have to log those hours in order to get that voice or to really find yourself.
But just think how stunning when you think about it. For 30, 35, even 40 years after Catch a Rising Star, people were still doing the shows the same exact way. Yeah. In all those years, no one thought, hey, is there a different way to present stand-up than here comes your MC. Here's your first act, everybody. You know?
Yeah. It's like those changes always kind of come out of necessity, and like, I don't know, as things like shifted in Manhattan and people started getting priced out and a lot of the, art scene started moving to other boroughs, I think that those are the times when, those kinds of changes happen.
That is so fucking true that a lot of times that those walls that get put up in front of you in life is what creates, what actually fuels the fact that we've got to create something new. And when things are working okay, nothing changes.
Right.
It's like, if you look at network TV, they would have fucking ran like it was the 70s forever. Now when you see that there's other places to watch TV, and I'm not even, I'm talking about even going off into Netflix or Amazon or whatever, it forces other people who were comfortable to go, all right, we got to think of something new.
Yeah.
Next, somebody better do it with fucking late night TV. Those jokes are so interchangeable. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Cordon's, I guess, kind of.
Cordon is the first guy who's like
sing in a car.
Sing in a car, but you need a second idea, dude. I'm gonna be I mean, you better. I know it's working well.
We'll talk to Reggie. We'll tell him. Yeah.
Well, I would actually use more Reggie in that fucking show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
He's such an asset.
I would sit down and watch Reggie for 2 hours while he just was using his phone and nothing else.
Yeah.
I have never seen anyone else do this shit with a phone but him. Everybody's got a phone. How come the rest of us aren't making concerts while we're sitting there?
Ben Kronberg does a little bit of it.
Does he?
Yeah. Yeah, but no, I mean, Reggie's the master,
I don't have one fucking app. I got to get an app. Guys, it was great meeting you, and best of luck with it, man. I think it's the fucking coolest thing.
Thank you.
When you just say, all right, we're running this. You know what I mean? Like, we're not waiting for the gatekeepers. We're going to run it ourselves.
Yeah, come to some shows.
Chris Nestor and Julian Kiani. The Brooklyn Comedy Festival begins next week, Monday, August 22nd, and runs through Sunday, August 28th. Julie Klausner next Thursday at the Bell House. Vanessa Bayer performing 2 shows next Friday at the Bell House. Reggie Watts at Music Hall of Williamsburg next Saturday, and tons of other shows. Go to bkcomedyfestival.com for all shows and ticket information.
We'll be right back. Bennington. Shit, fuck, shit, fuck, shit. Where my girls at? Where my girls at? Where my grills at? Great Reggie Watts coming to Brooklyn.
For the Brooklyn
Big up!
Brooklyn Comedy Festival, and he is performing 2 shows next Saturday at Music Hall of Williamsburg.
Well, here's my belief about Reggie. You can go to both shows and see 2 different shows. I don't think he remembers what he did the show before or what his act is or what he set out to do. He is the most totally in the moment person of anyone that I've ever met.
Yeah, he's a very, very unique dude.
And you will meet him once, and you will say, that's one of my favorite people that I've ever met. Everyone feels that way about him. I wish I was that guy where everyone's like, oh, I like him. I don't know what that's like.
Everyone likes you.
Everyone thinks I'm connected. Everyone thinks I'm connected. It comes up quite a bit.
If they were intimidated by you.
That's not a nice thing to say. In that voice. They're afraid you're going to kill them. You look like a killer. You look like you kill people.
It's a compliment.
It's a compliment to be feared. That made Jeffrey just remember, I got to call my sisters. It's the Bennington Show. Today's Thursday. Double down. Bennington tomorrow. We have a couple things lined up. Comedy 101 with our special judges who kill it.
Kurt Metzger, Sal Volcano, Big J. Okerson.
And also, I'm not giving this away, a phone interview, which I never do. Never do phone interviews anymore. But it is a boyhood idol of mine. Literally
exciting.
A boyhood idol. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. I say don't miss it. Get up early. I know you want to say, I'm going to get up early and watch the Fox Summer Series. Sure, that's all part of the fun.
Yeah.
Sure, there's a country guy performing tomorrow?
Mute it. Mute that country guy.
Well, who is it, though?
I'm going to find out.
Oh, okay. Lizette Spire put this up as a pro-con neutral deal maker because you used to play that.
Yes, PC and D.
B, C, and D.
PC and D.
PC and D. PC and D.
B, C, and D.
Skillet is playing tomorrow, and the lead singer
those guys are great.
looks like Paul from Big Brother.
Yeah.
I love a
Skillet's
skillet.
fucking badass.
Delicious.
I'm going to be eating it out of a skillet while I watch Skillet.
I'll be eating the moons over my hammy.
A lot of people
Is
say
that a
this.
skillet dish?
A lot of people say this. No, they will be, because they'll go like this. You got to go there. They serve you in a skillet. I'm like, why don't they just put it on a plate? No, it's in the skillet.
Piping hot.
And then how many skillets do you have to own if that's what you're doing now?
4.
No,
4?
it's a
You're in a
restaurant.
Oh, I thought maybe just at home. You're just eating your food out of the skillet.
Why would you? Come on. No one does that at home. 4. This was you. Wait a minute. You got agita?
Yeah, man, some heartburn.
You know what? You probably caught something from Coach.
God, I hope not.
All right, this is P, C, and D.
PC and D.
And it's from Liz Heads Fire. Seafood allergy. Are you pro, con, neutral, or a deal breaker? Now, first of all, who would be pro for their loved one to have any kind of allergy?
Sick fucks out there.
They're weak, and I know that if they ever cheat on me, there's a way. There is a way to kill them. None will be the wiser.
By the way, you got another 23 hours to play this. But what would you think, Chris, for you? Pro, con, neutral, deal breaker?
Deal breaker. Love crab too much.
But so you can't eat crab in front of them.
I feel like, oh man, some of this crab juice is going to fucking fly at them and get them sick. I don't need that.
Now, do you like blue crab? Do you like steamed crabs? Is
all
that your
crabs?
thing?
I like steamed crab. I like king crab. I love all the crab.
See, I only think when someone says crab, I think blue crabs and nothing else. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't dawn on me that they call these other things crabs.
What's snow crab like?
Snow crab, too.
Snow crab is something you get out of Alaska. Blue crab is the Chesapeake Bay. Blah,
that's
blah, blah.
my preference. Is the blue.
The crab cake is blue crab. The soft-shelled crab is blue crab. So you're saying you can't be with someone who can't eat crab with you. You like it too much.
I love it too much. You know, look, I'm gonna be there.
You like crab more than lobster?
Yo, 100%.
I've met people like that. I don't understand them. Vito.
I'm going to go neutral because I don't mind eating in front of somebody that has an allergy. I lived with somebody who had a peanut allergy for a year. Never stopped me.
Never stopped you from eating peanut?
Never stopped me from eating peanut once.
Are you two still together? Maybe if you had been a little fucking more considerate.
You killed her. Another Oz reference.
I know, so good. We could just do a whole show of Oz references. Gail?
I am going to go very strong con.
You can't be with them.
It's a con. I can learn to live with it, but as I do not prefer to deal with this because we're not just we're talking fish, we're talking crab, we're talking lobster, we're talking shrimp, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking. You don't like a shrimp?
No, ill to someone who doesn't want to eat shrimp.
It's not a.
So you gotta be careful where you're ill. We don't know.
People are going to think you're anti-shrimp.
Well, give me a 2-pound bag of shrimp.
Anti-shrimp is what he called his aunt.
She's short.
All right, I'm
She's
going to
very
go
short.
the opposite here. I'm going to go a neutral because it's not their fault they have it. I'm not going to break up with them because they have it. I'm going to eat my seafood when they're not around, which gives me a night out, you know? A
night out with the boys, eating some crabs.
Well, I'm going to say it's with the boys. Lord knows who I'm going out with for the seafood lover and me. I might be meeting my lady friend at Red Lobster.
You like a cheesy biscuit?
But you know that seafood thing, you can't go out for sushi.
No.
What the fuck are we talking about here?
That's why what I'm saying is a strong con. Because
Where my girls at? Where my grills at?
I feel it is very difficult more than any other thing if you don't have the same sensibilities when it comes to food. If you have different food taste, that's a quality of life issue.
All right, I'm going to ask you one. So I'm going to take it out of food. And this is PCND.
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 She despises and hates Quentin Tarantino. Could you be with that person? Vito, I'm going to go with you first.
I'm going to go no, because then it's going to be that much harder to find somebody to go see the movie with.
You would eat a peanut in front of her, but you wouldn't go to a movie by yourself.
Deal breaker. You don't like Quinn. Get the hell out of my life.
I'm going to have to say it might be deal breaker because I actually was in this situation.
What?
I was briefly dating someone who was film student, like very snooty about it, and it really bothered me. His dislike for things that shut the fuck up. Yes, you do like it. You just like everyone else is just saying, have you seen the original Japanese film that all of this is ripped up? Fuck you. It's a fucking good movie. You know what? Deal breaker. I was dancing on the line. Fucking deal breaker. And he knows who he is.
Okay. I'm going to agree as well. It's a deal breaker. I don't think I could be with that person that anytime I did a Tarantino quote, I had to hear, oh, that shit again. That's a fucking break up thing. You know?
That shit again. You know why? Because it's the shit.
Disco. You know what I mean? If I'm going to drop a disco.
Warmer, disco.
Yeah, I can't be with them. All right, Chris Stanley, let's play the game. PCND.
PCND. They have...
Who's they? I'm with two people now?
No, this person.
This is a menage I'm in.
Interessante.
This single person that you're with has Crohn's.
Oh my God. What the fuck, dude?
What? It's just for dating.
Sickness and health.
Jesus Christ. You're a terrible person.
Oh, fuck.
Pro.
Oh my God!
You can't handle fiber.
It's just like, I mean, what's the issue here? What would be I can't be with someone who has abdominal cramps. What even happens with Crohn's disease? Actually, I don't know.
He just tried to.
Do you have Crohn's?
No, I don't.
You're supposed to move it around.
This is him testing the waters to see if he and I could ever be together. How do you feel about people with Crohn's disease?
This person that you did love has lupus.
Oh, deal breaker.
Ooh.
You're a fucking terrible person. Bring it up.
Awful.
All right, Vito, I want you to play the game properly. And that's
he was so sad because he was so proud of Crohn's. He was so proud of Crohn's.
Go ahead, Vito.
This person hates sports and won't shut up about it.
Well, a lot of people are in this relationship, and as I pointed out, this can be a plus because you could be like, honey, I know you don't like sports, so I'm just going to go off to the local watering hole and knock back a couple Coca-Colas with some of the fellas. You know what I mean?
Like having different interests.
I think a different interest can be a healthy thing. It doesn't have to be, you've got to watch this with me. Now, that doesn't mean I give you the fucking opportunity to run down Tarantino. That shit ain't happening. I'll take my fucking shoe off.
I think I'm going to go con because I don't like what you've said there about doesn't shut the fuck up
that
about it.
That doesn't make sense.
Like that, but that would bug the shit out of me because it's not like I would be. I'm watching sports when my boyfriend wants to watch sports, even if it's like something I got into for him.
Why doesn't Vito be honest and say someone who's a bitch and wants to take away things that pleasure you? Because that's what that means. It doesn't matter what she's fucking busting balls about. You know what I mean? If you got a beer can collection, she can't make it seem like it's the stupidest thing in the world if it's important to you.
Hates beer cans.
Yeah.
Love that.
I love my collection. He better get rid of that beer can because I can't stand to be around those people. They'll tell you, my husband, I don't know, he does something immature like collects train or whatever. That's his thing. If you don't love that, right now they're saying that the swimmers urinated at a gas station. And that's what started this.
It's Brazil.
I don't know why these boys felt they had to fucking lie. You think I would care if they went fucking pissed on the floor and kicked cans over it? They're drunk. The Olympics are over. I get it. Pay your fine and walk. Don't make up a lie.
Now there's an international incident.
Yes, and we're going to be in World War Z before you know it.
The Z Wars.
Gail, did you do one of these yet?
No.
So let's figure it. Wait, both the boys failed themselves.
God damn it.
Vito cheated by adding that and won't shut up about it. You have a right to fucking dump anybody who won't shut up about whatever subject is driving you nuts. You know?
Get them out.
Do you know I was reading this not too long ago? now being a Republican and a Democrat relationship is as stressful as if it was in the 70s and you were in an interracial relationship. It's easier to be in an interracial relationship than to disagree on politics. You're scratching inside your ear. And then 2, they said it's very difficult for Yankees fans to be with Red Sox fans. And this is not a made up thing.
Wow.
I know this. I don't think I could be somebody that rooted for the Cowboys.
Yeah, I couldn't be with a Red Sox fan. That'd be fucked up. I'm like, this is. Plus, the Red Sox fans now, they still carry that chip on their shoulder, like they're losers, even though they were winning nonstop.
Yeah, they have no right to that. I know you're getting into details. That doesn't matter. So I'm just pointing out, there's a lot of these things that bring stress to the relationships. Gail, give us yours. PCND.
PCND. Only enjoys sexual contact if she is able to watch pornography. Does not look at you, has to watch. Does not look at you. You're not facing the pornography. I'm throwing this out.
Don't look at me.
Look at the fucking screen.
I don't even think.
You have the same answer, Pro?
I think that's something that women don't have, but some men have overstimulated themselves through pornography, so it's probably why you...
Yeah, I would think that men would feel insecure more so than even a woman would feel insecure.
Nope. Not at all.
I think it'd be fun. Why not?
Enjoy.
It's big dong porn, by the way.
Giant cocks.
Monster cock.
We'll see. We'll see. Would that bother you at all, Chris?
No.
I think use the thing to be in any relationship. You got to be supportive of what turns that person on. If they need their porn machine, bring in the porn machine.
PC&D scat then.
You said I ain't watching it. You can't love somebody and not want them to, enjoy themselves. That's my thing. The scat porn thing surprises me. I don't know how I ended up in this relationship.
Chris, scat daddy for you, or what's up?
Let's go. 2 girls, 1 cup in a loop.
Oh, God.
Vito, what's your PC&D for constant pornography during sex? But it's not for your pleasure. It's whatever it is. It's like not
seems
yours.
Close to Crohn's disease.
I'm gonna
she has a problem.
I'm gonna go con because it's gonna make me feel really shitty about myself that she can't get off to me.
Everything should make you feel shit. What about this? She can't do it unless she's looking at both of you in a mirror. And shirt off, Vito, if you want to make love.
Tank top off too?
Yes.
Yeah, bare chested.
Tank top's a shirt. Anybody who says it's not is a drunk.
I keep a tank top on.
Do you keep a tank on during
Oh, yes, I do.
Dude, the
act of love?
The number of men who do that have told me, and I could tell you how many people that you know personally who refuse to take the shirt off.
That's going to be a strong con for the Donald ducking during sex. Strong con.
And they can only watch Donald Duck while they're doing it. They got to wear a sailor shirt. Where my girls at? Where my grills at? Hey, Crohn's disease. You want to come back? Try to make it come back?
I got another one.
So this is no intestinal problem.
No. This
she
is
has
cancer.
All right. Jesus. They're illiterate.
You're not even playing.
You mean a child?
No, it's like an adult.
Deal breaker, Chris.
They never learned how to fucking read. And no children. Come on.
She's only 3. How can she read?
I mean,
who am I fucking dating? Dexter Manley? Wait, I'm gonna see if Annie.
You're dating now. Tay and a win and a tay.
This shit is so dumb.
It's a con for me because I don't want to have to go through teaching.
Can you just give a little backstory? Like, why is this person?
This person, they grew up in a poor neighborhood. They were
in this country.
Yeah, this neighborhood, and they were passed through the system of the education system, and then they had a high school degree or whatever. But and they have a gig.
Give me fucking 3 months off the bench reading.
Today, Junior. And actually pro for these jokes. I'm gonna keep shooting her way.
I love it. I hope she also doesn't. She's fucking allergic to seafood because I'll constantly say, "Read the label on this. See if it's okay for you." Your shit is so bizarre. I know literacy is so important to you since your big book came out.
Oh yeah, Maestra.
I had to bring it up during the audio audible.com. Before he's like, "Have you read this book, Maestra? You gotta read it." And he's like, "It's got everything." Intrigue, drama, and he goes like this, and unbelievable sexuality.
Yeah.
What are you fucking talking about?
It's an erotic thriller, Maestra.
Oh, God.
It spans the world. Like, it's about this English woman, this girl, really. And
Is this like one of those kind of novels with like a Fabio cover?
No,
like a sexy...
No, this is like the 2016 version of
All right, I would
sexy
say
novel.
this. That their cover looks more like prog rock, late 90s. Like Supertramp would put out that fucking cover.
So it's about she works at like a Christie's, like an auction house, and she gets embroiled in this international.
Wait, what?
He's reading the book cover now.
No!
Why don't you just read out loud to that girlfriend of yours?
She gets embroiled in this.
It's invisible. It's his next PC.
Read out loud to her like you're Doc Hollywood. She's some fucking haze scene.
She's trying to sell a fake picture, basically a forged like.
No one calls that a
18th
forged
century.
painting.
A forged painting.
It's not called a fake picture.
Forged painting.
Photoshop?
No. It was just like it was done by
so
someone
that's what the front is? Because I assume that, it seems vaginal to me.
I think it's both because there's a lot of sex in it. Because she's also kind of a prostitute, but then she also like starts banging.
Kind of a prostitute.
She
is
like
she
works at a
receiving
host-
funds or no?
She like works at a hostess bar and she just drinks champagne with really rich guys and they give her money.
That's not a prostitute.
But then she fucks one of the guys for money.
Okay, that's what you needed to say.
That's what we're getting at.
Then she kills him. Why
are you fucking telling me those
This
things?
is like
You
the
want me to
first
read
like 50
them?
pages.
I know, but I want to read the first 50.
Okay.
The first 50 pages. I love that. Oh, you just have to get through 50 pages before you
I
hit my
read this
spoiler.
book in like 3 hours. All right, it's a quick read. It's a quick, sexy read.
La di da.
And they have
It goes quick when you're masturbating, I guess.
Sure.
It's great. It blows away 50 Shades of Grey. Like makes 50 Shades of
Well,
Grey
that's
look like
not a
shit.
fucking compliment. A fucking shit makes 50 Shades of Grey look like shit.
And thankfully, it's a planned trilogy, so there's gonna be 2 more coming.
So what is this called? Mantra?
Maestra. And it's a lot of art history in it too. Like I guess they knew what they were talking about. The Arthur. I'm not sure about. I don't know much about art history, but I loved it.
The Arthur.
It's fucking great. She's traveling all over the world. There's death. There's intrigue.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned the intrigue.
It's very sexy. I'll tell everyone.
The sexy prostitution season.
Doesn't it sound like it's for a housewife's book club, like some suburban?
It does sound like this, Chris.
It might, but I don't care. I'm proud to have read this book. It's fantastic.
Just relax. This isn't a book report, dude.
Okay.
You're talking with your friends.
It's a wonderful novel. And there's 2 more. And they already bought the movie rights. It's going to be a movie.
Who's they?
I think Sony. Sony threw down some
Okay.
cash.
He said they bought the movie rights. I'm not going to be impressed by that statement.
New York Times #1 bestseller, Ron. All right.
Okay, that turns it around. If I know that more housewives are reading it.
This thing is huge.
Now, what does Jackie Collins think?
I don't know.
That you've forgotten about her. Hey, Kyle in California, what's up, buddy?
What up, guys?
Good to talk to you again.
Dude, it's good to talk to you guys, man. It's been a little while.
What up?
Gail, I should start by saying PC&D is the jam.
It's the best. It's like my favorite thing to play with my friends. We play it all the time.
Oh,
You do it all the
dude,
time?
It's the best. Hey, I listened to Muscle Shoals, the GPS. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was a fun one to do. Very, very fun one
So
to do.
good, dude.
When is our next
I
GPS?
2 weeks.
Once
What are you guys
again,
going
we
to do?
fell
Do you know
behind.
yet?
No, we got 3 cities we're looking at. We let ourselves
Should I
fall behind,
throw
didn't
a
we?
suggestion out?
Yeah.
I think it would be interesting, and Gail, you could kind of because I think Gail, when you guys did the Moby one, the New York in the early 2000s.
Yeah, she loved.
So great, yeah.
that scene was so good, and like listening to Walkman and Interpol and all that stuff, it was so good, dude.
So redo that.
I think you guys should do a post Kurt Cobain Seattle scene.
Well, one of the things that we were looking at was a pre Kurt Cobain Seattle scene.
And I pitched during Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, you were the only one for during. But I went from my buddy Flipper, and he was like, I want to do a Seattle scene, and there won't be any fucking Pearl Jam. I go, that's going to be hard to do. He goes, dude, they got their own fucking channel. We don't need to give them anything else. I'm like, we can't do early 90s Seattle and just purposely leave out. You know what I mean? That's us being just assholes.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah, that's us being assholes.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous.
I'm actually thinking, I've got, well, obviously I want to do Chicago blues. I want to do, I want to do glam rock of the 70s. But I want to look at a scene that maybe is a college town that has gone on for decades instead of one flashing scene. I know you were pushing on Austin, and who were you working for with that?
With the Draft House Kid.
The Draft House Kid. Oh, that's good. You should do all the sound effects for us right now. So we got a lot that we're looking at, you know. And then I also want to do Philly Soul.
Yes, the Philly Soul one I'm looking forward to.
I want to do DC Go-Go meets DC Punk. Was that a scene that happened at the same time?
I think there was some overlap there, so it's possible we could do a little halvesy.
Hey,
We've
Ron.
never done Motown. Yeah.
Where would Todd Rundgren fit in the Philly Soul scene?
Right in the fucking thick of it, my friend.
In the creamy white center.
Yeah, I definitely make the Runt and even Hall & Oates because, you know, I've talked about those guys, and he said there wasn't like a race thing that was going on there, that blacks and whites just wanted to create music. They didn't separate themselves that way. But there's
and you could tell too the genres. You know, the genres overlapped so much in that scene.
Oh yeah.
You know, that was the first time you saw the kind of the white kids do the soul, and it was also kind of when you saw the black guys do the punk rock, real rock and roll stuff. You know.
Yeah, there was definitely somewhat of a thing between that and DC. The Catholic kids were so funny when I was a young kid, because all they would dance to would be soul music. And then and these would be done at white churches, right? Like there would be a thing. And then after it was over, when you're walking home, if you ran into black kids, you fought with them. You know what I mean? Like no one got the irony of the fact that all you like is black music, and then you see black kids and you start fighting. All right, Kyle, thanks, man.
So
Peace.
Hey, when are you guys going to come hang with me in LA?
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
It will happen. We needed a West Coast trip.
West Coast. Austin, also, we got to do Austin. We got to get the show out on the road more.
I know. I have never been to Austin.
Well, I never been to England.
I have friends out there.
Is that a PCND for you?
PCND. Never been to Austin. Please don't say deal breaker.
That's so annoying. Act like that's your really.
Please.
Chris, why don't you try another PCND? You're so bad at it, it's fun.
PCND refuses to use a cell phone.
Why would someone refuse to use a cell phone?
They just don't want to use a cell phone.
This is an alien or something.
This is a made-up thing completely.
No, they just don't have a cell phone.
Radio silent completely.
Yeah, they'll use a payphone or whatever. Or the office
that's
phone.
worse. Deal breaker then. If this is like this person's walking around with a fucking pocket full of quarters, just trying to be like, I would never.
Listen,
if this was 2002, we'd have this discussion. Name someone any of us know who does not own a cell phone.
I don't know. This person might not exist, but if they did,
okay, then deal breaker because they don't exist.
Deal breaker,
like
for
your own girlfriend,
being the world's weirdest person.
Refuses to eat food.
Okay.
And
fed through a tube through her nose.
PCND.
Oh, please.
PCND, I
PCND.
guess.
They're homeless.
They wouldn't be if I was in love with them. Well, I guess I'll drop you off here on this corner.
At the shelter.
I can't imagine. By the way, a girl who lived in a shelter and has some face tattoos does the Comedy 101 that we'll be playing tomorrow. And she was really interesting and really like fucking abrasive. And I definitely want to bring her in to do the show.
Yeah, she is such a character.
She ended her set by pulling her ass out.
This did
and
happen.
Flashing the audience and then Gail and I. And then later she said to me, can't fucking believe I forgot to flash the judges. I should have mooned them. And I'm like, you get up there and there's a big audience and you're running through your material so fast. You're not going to get to everything. Her name, I think, is Sun. Was that it? Sunja?
Sunye.
But she calls herself Sun.
Sunya.
Anyway, that's tomorrow, the Comedy 101, and then we won't play it again for weeks.
So many weeks.
But we wanted to do a sneak peek tomorrow because at the hour and a half, or hour 40, we were saying, should we edit it down? And we're like, why do that? You know what I mean? Like, this isn't a TV show. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Run it once and that's it then. Mark says, please cover DC Go-Go. I grew up in that era. Well, in that scene. Mark, email us at the Bennington Show or go to Gail Ann on Twitter.
Yep.
Send us what you think are the essential bands. We'll give them a listen. That'll be cool. Hey, look at this. I haven't talked to him forever. It's Chuck in North Carolina.
Hey, Ronnie, I haven't talked to you in a while. How you doing, man?
Cool, buddy. What's up?
I wanted to know that fucking Chris said that first guy's name that wrote that book. It was Art or somebody. What was his last name, Chris?
What, the book I was talking about?
What's the book?
Yeah, he said his name was Arthur.
No.
His name is just Arthur?
No, it's a woman.
Yeah. Gail knows what I'm laughing about. Chris tried to say Arthur, and he said Arthur.
Yeah, he said, you tried to say author, and you went Arthur.
God damn it, Chuck.
Arthur.
God damn it, Chuck.
Chuck got you.
What happened to this Chris and his goddamn football kicking career?
Yeah, what the fuck? Why no payoff, Chris?
Chris?
No payoffs, fake girlfriends. Who's this starting to sound like, Chris?
I don't know. Josh Brown, though.
Why don't you go get
I tried to find out, was he a head-on kicker or was he soccer style?
You know I was soccer style this entire time.
You were?
Yeah.
That surprises me. Because every time I saw you mime it, it was head on.
That's weird. What happened?
Yeah.
Did I
He
turn my
couldn't
phone?
kick.
No.
He couldn't fucking kick a field goal with a paper football.
Yeah, bullshit. You can't kick shit, Chuck. You can't kick a goddamn thing.
I agree with Chuck.
I love you, Chris, man. You make me laugh all the fucking time.
I hate to say this, but I think those Brooklyn guys stole my phone.
Oh, what the fuck?
I hope they didn't.
All right, Ronnie. Y'all
See you,
take
Chuck.
care up there, man.
You're the best, buddy. Peace.
Peace out, Chuck.
Do you do back pocket?
Why would I ever do a back pocket?
I don't know.
Jacket pocket.
Do you have a hidden inner jacket pocket?
Why would I use that? In my cup?
I don't know.
Oh, it's done. It's gone. Chris fucking... You know what? He's turned me into the guy who doesn't have a phone.
Why did you turn him into
No, this
that
isn't
guy?
part of PC&D. This is happenstance.
I know I had it earlier today because I threw it back in the cab when I got out.
Oh, no.
Do you want me to go check the bathroom?
There. What do you think I'm doing? I'm shitting and dropping the phone out? That's very personal.
No,
Come on, Vito.
Sometimes you just put your phone down by the sink.
Sometimes one can, maybe leave it on top of with the toilet paper.
I dropped it on this floor, and since we got this new carpeting, I don't even hear it anymore.
Yay!
It's very soft carpeting.
All right. I got this. Texted me during the show. By the way... Now, who starts anything with, by the way? See if you can guess this.
Okay.
Killer show the other night. Comedy 101 rules. Congrats. Love the too much tuna reference.
Of course.
Dude, there was a thing where people could see Gurian there was like a light over top of him, and he was just glowing from the stage, right? So the comics started to rip him, and the smile that breaks out on Gurian's face next to his beautiful Oriental date. He was so happy to be recognized.
And he was like bathed in light over there.
By the
like when they made reference to it, it was like, oh, like it looked. He was the one person who was illuminated in the audience.
Let me just say this about CISO's own Big J Okerson. He does, crowd work. He does monologues. He's not a physical comedian. He sits in a stool to do his comedy. Yet the impression that he mimes out of Gurian, I'm on the radio and I forced him to do a mime bit of Gurian writing in his notebook while you're having a conversation with him.
So goddamn funny.
It's the funniest thing in the world to me.
So it's just like, go on. It's just like
juicy.
Comedy matters.
Let's go over here to Jonathan. What's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? How are y'all?
Yeah.
Deal breaker. As far as the nobody having a cell phone thing, supposedly Mike Ness of Social Distortion refuses to carry a cell phone. You won't have.
I bet he's next to a fucking dude with a cell phone all the time.
Same.
And Mike Ness is saying, call that pizza place.
Let me borrow your phone.
Supposedly he carries just change with him, and uses, I guess, fucking gas station payphones. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't run across enough payphones to count on them. People, you say to people, and has someone ever said to you, "Can I use your cell phone?" You're like, "You got to be fucking kidding me."
I hate when somebody asks that.
Fucking rock did you crawl out from under?
I've been asked that on the street plenty of times.
I've had to ask that.
I know
one to some
homeless
dude outside
people
the
who
bar.
have cell phones.
And he gave it to me too.
Oh yeah, I saw a homeless guy using a charger, one of those street chargers. All right, thanks, dude. Artie, Strong Island. Oh my God! Man, today's Old Home Week.
I know.
We got to wrap this one up today too, man. We're up early tomorrow, Chris.
7 a.m.
7, Tito. 7.
I can make it up.
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, we're going to be up.
Hey, what do you say we carpool tomorrow, and that way you can stay in your pajamas, Chris, get some sleep in the back.
All right.
I'll have a big thermos of Joe that I need to drink 18 ounces before I get to work.
My hair will still be in curlers at that hour.
Good idea.
This sounds fun.
And Vito, you catch the bus.
Why can't I be in the pool?
Because you didn't even know what was on that thing before you put it up. They're doing, by the way, the Rio police news conference is coming up. It's sad that this has become the biggest story of the Olympics. It's very sad.
I know. Meanwhile, last night our hurdlers, our lady hurdlers, sweep. First time in that sport that there was a sweep, and I believe the first time in any of the female Olympics, like any of the
recorded history. There's no time at all. Also seeing this breakthrough, this shocks me. Montel Williams has jumped ship and now backs Clinton. I don't know who he jumped ship from.
What ship was he on?
I guess
the
he
good
was
ship Trump.
Yeah, I guess he was a Trump bump. But this is live on CNN. Montel Williams, America's most trusted political advisor, because every time I always say this, they go, "How you vote?" And I go, "Well, what's Montel doing?" And then that's my vote.
WWMD, you said.
Earlier today, Chris and I, when we were sitting out front, I was having a little smoke, and we were waiting for you to get off your train. There was a dad and two boys. The two boys were eating a glazed blue donut. I haven't been able to stop thinking about it all day. What does that taste like?
What do you think? It's like a blueberry cake, I bet.
Or it was cake underneath, I could tell that.
Really?
But what does the icing taste like? Is it just vanilla icing with blue dye?
Oh,
If that's the case.
I see. So the icing's like bright blue.
Bright blue.
Yeah.
And I was like, thinking to myself, ooh. But then I was like, I wish I could just have one bite. And I've
Just
been
to
thinking
try
about
it.
that. Yeah. And you can't say to somebody's child, break off that little piece of that donut for me, would you, buddy?
Come on, bro.
Be a buddy.
Look it up.
Yeah. Or as we used to say in my neighborhood, hunks, if you wanted a hunk.
Hunks.
If somebody was eating something like that, you could yell hunks and they had to give you a hunk. If you were smart, you would yell no hunks when you saw your friend.
So you just have to immediately say no hunks if you're walking around with something good.
Yeah. You know what? I didn't mind being. You know what I mean? I'm going to give you a hunk because I'm going to hunk later myself. Same with the pinball machine. You could yell flips. You had to move over and give that fucking person
one flip.
Yeah. And then somebody would be like, I said no flips forever. I go, what the fuck are you talking about, man? There's no such thing. Now I don't have a fucking quarter. Move over. I'm playing flips with you. And we're probably going to beat this fucking game. Because I don't think you're going to do it on your own. Because I'll fucking push it right up before the tilt. I know where the fucking tilt is on this machine. One thing I would hate, you're fucking playing flips with someone and they would fucking knee the machine or kick it. They were so mad and then it'd tilt. I would tilt after the last ball dropped. I'd just fucking kick it. Yell, fuck you. And somebody would be like, now we can't match.
That's cool.
Because a video game will never let you match. A pinball machine will. And you would hear that. It was the most exciting world. Just a little knock. And we would actually yell, knock it at the fucking machine. Knock it, motherfucker. This thing never knocks. Well, you know, what are you going to do? Kids will be kids, you know. A lot of them end up with fucking scurvy anyway.
This happens. Not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough fruit.
Not enough lime. And I know you.
No.
You like a lime no matter what.
Sucking on lime all day long.
You are like some fucking Mick Limey that's just fucking out at sea.
Love a lime. But not
any other fucking century but this, he would have woke up Shanghai at sea by now. Because he gets so drunk in fucking bars next to the river.
I'm part of this crew now? This sucks.
You got drunk, so you're part of the crew. How is that a fucking thing?
When did we get to port?
Hunks look like nothing. All right. Montel just said this. Trump is worse than a clown or a bigot.
Two of the worst things you can be.
Really
I did not know that CNN would take such a thing. Now, see why he jumped ship. If somebody could just look that up for me. What is his past voting? I would have thought he would have voted for Obama the last two times.
He's been a registered Republican since '84.
Since Ronald Reagan. Second Ronald Reagan.
He was a Reagan bro.
And now, and he did not vote for Obama.
No, he said registered Republican, 84.
I know he registered Republican, but, you know, a black guy's going to go, you know what? It is Obama. I'm going to give it to him. That was their version of chunks and hunks. All right, 7 tomorrow, guys.
AM.
Be
7.
here.
Be here or be square. Anything we need to plug, Chris? I know there's a vote out tonight, right?
There is a vote out. Looks like Paulie.
Spoiler alert! People get mad.
Oh, come on.
Looks like Paulie might go out or Corey might go out. That's what I'm trying, you know?
Yay.
They're up on the block.
That's how a sentence works, doesn't it? Do you think whoever gets voted out, they'll come back in with that round ticket?
Yes.
I don't think they come back with the round ticket. I think they come back with something that's going to happen on Friday.
There is a mystery show on Friday. What is that?
They haven't really announced it yet. My theory, spoiler alert, jury house buyback, because no one has that round trip ticket.
First of all, it's not called a buyback.
It's also not called a spoiler alert if it's a theory.
And after the fact, after you say it.
Battleback.
A buyback is something a fucking bartender will do for you.
I've been calling it buyback the entire time.
Let me get a buyback. Been spending a lot of dough here.
It's disco. It's fucking disco.
Come in, Disco Dan.
Come to us, disco.
Disco Dan.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Please,
Disco.
please, no.
Disco
please,
Dan.
Please, no.
Give him
no,
a hand.
No photos, no.
Here's Disco Dan.
What's up?
Well, we're just ending the show today, but Dan is also one of those guys likes to wear a T-shirt under his shirt.
Not only is it a T-shirt, Ron, it's sleeveless.
Why don't you just go around with that on?
Show the guns off, bro.
I don't dude, my guns are covered in a lot of ranch, a lot of meats, a lot of fattened. The guns are covered in unpleasant items that the public shouldn't have to see.
So you're saying you're embarrassed of your fat arms?
Fuck yeah, of course.
I've never heard anyone embarrassed of their arms.
I bet he's a Donald Ducker.
And if I come into a place and he was in a fucking sleeveless, he's like, "Excuse me, someone's in here."
Someone's in here.
If you at my apartment though, anything goes. Like I have no self-consciousness at home.
In front of your pals?
Oh, my pals, yeah.
They've seen your fat arms?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'd like to put up a picture on my Instagram of your fat arms.
Come on.
You want
Fat Arm Friday.
Fat Arm Friday. All right, tomorrow.
Now, does it bother you that you comb your hair down over your glasses? Or
Dude, I try to style that in any way, and it's done by the time I get off the subway. Like, it's not worth it, so I'm just...
Well, you got to be inside the subway, not outside, holding on.
Yeah, right. I like to... You know those guys who are these people who walk through the two... Yeah, I did this.
You seen this? You seen this?
What's the deal with those people?
I mean, are they going to climb out?
That go on the subway. That go on the subway and they walk through the cars. Like,
yes,
when they're
called
moving.
Fucking adult men.
People
used to go out there and catch the smoke.
Yeah, pre 9/11, when they started. They started. Everyone used to do that.
Yes,
it was very common.
Hell yeah.
What do you do now if you go in and somebody is shit in that subway car? Are you going to stay and smell it?
I don't switch cars because I feel bad for the shitter. You know, I'd like them to not be self-conscious.
You know what?
No. It's not like he fucking jacked off on it. It's he had to shit.
Happened to me.
You saw a subway masturbator?
You shit on a subway?
No, I didn't shit on the subway, but he brought up a subway masturbator, but I was the victim of someone masturbating on the subway.
The victim or the recipient?
I was the victim, Ron.
I was going to say, when you started telling that story, I had to assume you were the perpetrator.
That's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a sex offender, people.
It's like normal people don't have to say that.
Did you guys see the video of the subway masturbator on iBang?
Oh yeah.
No, I didn't. What's the deets?
By the way, we have some connection to the person who I think took the video.
Really?
Somebody you know. Remember those French people that had the kid you went over and checked on?
Yeah.
There's some connection to him. All right. The person who took the video. Turn it up.
What are you doing? You over here rubbing your dick? What the fuck are you doing?
Which one is it?
What the fuck are you doing? Get fucked up on this train. You want to do that freaky shit, you do that shit off the motherfucking train. Do it again and I'm getting up out this chair and I'm gonna bust your fucking ass on this train. We understand each other? Do we fucking understand each other? Do some freaky shit again and I'm gonna get up out this chair and I'm gonna bust your ass. You wanna rub your dick, bitch? You rub your dick when you get off the motherfucking train. Do we fucking understand each other? I'm in one of those moods, I will fuck you up on this train. You hear me? I can't hear you. Do you fucking hear me? Now the next stop, you get the fuck up. You hear me? You get your ass the fuck up off this train with that freaky shit. When this train stops, you get the fuck off. Do you understand me? I can't hear you. Say I understand you, miss. All right now, we gotta understand it. Now I've got your
Now, here's the beauty of that. Some dudes love this part of it. You know what I mean? Some dudes love being treated that way.
Isn't that what you get off on when you do that?
No, the people get off when some people like to shock. Some people like when they're being ignored by the person, like a person will just look for it. That makes them also feel. And then some people like to be humiliated.
Yeah, I had a guy who did this to me, and then also he was watching porn. Like he immediately tried to show me he was watching.
That's your
porn.
fucking boyfriend, and you shouldn't bring that to. Yeah. He tried to show you that he was watching porn.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I was like, you're not going to fucking shock me. I just got kind of tough on him. I was like, you think you're going to fucking intimidate me and shock me? You're not going to show me any shit. And he just hopped up and ran because I was just embarrassing him and he was scared.
He probably played in. He probably was like, she really showed it.
That's like,
no, because sometimes they do that, but some guys are afraid when you confront them. Like that's like there's no textbook way to respond because some guys like when a girl's sheepish or scared or they cry or they run away, whatever.
What is your thing that you like, Chris?
I don't masturbate in public on subways.
But when you think about it, like, what do you want a woman to do when she sees you masturbating?
Laugh.
Come on.
Here's what Chris does. He's in there and he's just fucking pumping it. And then he starts like this. You see this guy. This guy is jacking
His dick is percussion in this?
Yeah. He's just slapping it. And then it's going back and forth like a metronome. Bum, 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 bum. But you're right. There's no textbook thing of why people do it. What do you want? But I like the fact that it's a little fucking Asian guy and she's just like, I'm in no fucking mood for this today. I will fuck you up on this train.
Dude, it was the Asian? I thought it was the dude next to him.
Wait, Chris, you point to the other guy. It's the guy on the left or the guy on the right? Who was doing it?
I thought it was the black dude who was sitting next to him.
It was the black guy.
I thought it was the fucking Asian guy.
And then why didn't the camera person show his face at all? Isn't that the whole point of taking the video?
Look how sad the Asian looks. Turn it up, Chris.
Here, like I said, I don't give a fuck if this ain't your stop. You get off this train with that freaky shit. Get up. Get the fuck up.
Oh, you guys were right.
Get the fuck off this train.
Yeah, but the other guy's got to do it.
They both have their necks
With your
covered.
fucking crazy ass, get the fuck off the train. Sitting here rubbing on your penis. Are you serious? Get the fuck off. Before I beat the shit out of you. You got the right one, honey, because I'm a crazy bitch. Get the fuck off the train.
Cool Royal Rumble shirt, yes.
Yeah, I really wish he wasn't wearing the wrestling shirt.
That's your people.
Your subway masturbator buddies.
Wow, this surprises me. You know, Diane B, who's always a thing?
Yeah.
She doesn't like Dan. I'm very surprised.
Shocking.
I didn't know anybody that liked Dan.
Disco Dan?
That's really...
What I do? Ask her what I did.
What it says. Disco Dan sucks. At Bennington Show. And then she even does a hashtag Bennington.
Wow.
Oh, that's nice of her so I can see it later. You know, at least,
I'm
she
surprised.
hashtagged it.
Did you just give me a break?
Yeah, we have to go.
That's not break. That's the end of the show. That's wrap up. Why, we got a show after us?
Yeah, we gotta take care of something after the show.
That's it. Chris Stanley wants to end it.
He gets what he wants.
We had to end it.
Bye-bye.
And we never even got to why Diane B doesn't like Disco Dan.
Another time,
I thought
Diane.
he was very likable.
Diane, I hope to win you over sometime, all right?
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's the best attitude.
Yeah, that's great.
That's the best attitude. I'm never going to have that.
She can't argue with that.
Dan, why don't you tell everybody when we're going to see him again?
We'll see you all again in 1974.
Ladies and gentlemen, the evening is over. We hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you all again in 1974. Good evening!